Hello everyone. Before we get started on this week's episode, just a quick word that YouTube in all its infinite wisdom has decided that some of the Die Party games are now not suitable for advertising. It doesn't mean a whole lot for the content. I'm not going to censor the videos in any way, but if you'd like to lend your support so that Die Party can continue to grow, please check out the Patreon or subscribe on the Twitch channel. Enjoy the episode. Why, hello there, young, impressionable people. Welcome back to Die Party Roleplay at Die Party Dead Man's Crest. I don't know where my brain was just now.
It's a weekly role-playing show.
It's a weekly role-playing show. Hey everyone. Welcome back to another week of the hot, wet mess that is this game. Let's go around and introduce everyone who's playing with us this week. Up first, we have none other than the maestro of madness himself, Mr. AP Gaming Real. What up, sir? How you doing?
How did I get that title?
Listen, man.
Specifically,
I'm
a little worried about that one.
I've had fucking worse.
I'm gonna say, dude, it's way better than what James is gonna be.
Listen, man. You fucking kick a football around enough in the streets of the role-playing community on Twitch, you're going to get a fucking title, all right? Maestro of Madness. I remember.
I just assumed that my title was difficult to work with, sullen jackass.
Kid-friendly was what I was going to go with.
That might have been true once, but no longer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You fucking, you ripped off the curtain and exposed the naked man behind it.
No.
That was a Wizard of Oz reference that I put a penis in. Anyway, how's it going, AP?
Well, you know, it's going.
Yeah.
Now that I'm in 5 streams a week, I was thinking that maybe a 6th would be good. So, you know, no big deal. And you just told me that I might even be invited to a 7th. So,
what's the 6th one?
The 6th?
Yeah.
I can't talk about the 6th yet. The 6th is secret. I'm sorry, Henley.
Super secret.
It's super secret. I don't want to talk about it till it's ready, although I already have a logo and character art commissioned up.
Yeah. Can you at least tell us the system?
No, because that would be a spoiler. Would be a big one. The system is something I can safely say this. No one else has ever actually played this system on the internet, as far as I can tell. It's so edge case and obscure that I can find no reference of it.
It's probably some Lutheran Saints type game, I imagine.
No, it's based off of an anime.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yep, that's why.
That's probably why.
I know my audience. I know what they're thirsty for.
You got a complete playlist.
And unfortunately,
for that?
there's not a Metal Gear Solid role-playing game yet, so...
I mean, how would you play a Metal Gear Solid role-playing game? That's strictly like a one-man affair.
100% dialogue. Listen,
let me tell you how to make the perfect burger.
No, stay with me here. Metal Gear Solid role-playing game, you would play from the perspective of the support team over the radio.
Oh, fucking yes. Okay, go on. You have my attention.
No, that's it. That's the whole idea. Like everyone's just like, all right, I'm going to play an edgy radio dude. I'm going to call myself, God, what was his name from Metal Gear Solid 3? The dude who was the weapons expert, he was just like, it's me, dude. What's up, bro? You got in your hand a M1911A1. You can see from the polished chrome exterior that you can fire that forever. Also, given the way that the feeding tube is in an infinity symbol, you'd have infinite bullets inside it. And everyone's just like, that, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense.
My favorite one. Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid 5?
I did. I only played Phantom Pain, not the other one.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's the one, Phantom Pain. Not Ground Zeroes, but Indian character or the Native American character. What was his name?
Code Talker.
Code Talker. Yeah, you know that whole fucking scene of him talking to that other dude. I forget his fucking name now too. The one with the missing arm. Fuck, man. I need to scratch up on this, but they speak for like a good 40 minutes on how to make the perfect burger. And honestly, like when I think of Metal Gear Solid, I think of like, yo, how do you cook the perfect egg? You know, like that sort of shit to me is the best.
What? No, when I think of Metal Gear Solid, I think of some guy that's like, I love loading a well-greased bullet into a smooth chamber. Or some guy saying,
I don't like about Metal Gear Solid.
What's that?
Am I muted?
No, you're not.
The cardboard box thing. So it's super serious until you get into a cardboard box.
That entire game is never serious.
Yeah, that game is not serious at all.
It's not a serious game.
Look,
of course it is.
There's two sides to Metal Gear Solid.
I've only played one.
On one side, there's a dude who's like, there's nuclear warfare everywhere. Muff, material unaccounted for, goes by every minute. And who knows when terrorists may strike. And then on the other half of the game, you've got some dude that's like, I don't know if love can bloom on the battlefield, but I'm willing to try. All right, I'm going to go fight zombies now. Oh, damn, dude. I just choked some guy out and left him in a river, and now he's peeing himself.
You know, yeah. Like,
there are two sides to Metal Gear Solid. One is a cutscene, and the other is everything else.
You can't take the game seriously when you're two half-naked men fighting on top of a nuclear warhead mech. You know, you can't take that shit seriously.
I've only played one Metal Gear Solid game.
Which one?
2.
Two's the most bananas
you literally played
one.
the worst Metal Gear Solid.
And it's the craziest fucking one too. Like,
yeah,
it's like
they're like, so
when they're impressed.
That's why he's called Vamp. And they're like, no, he's not called Vamp because he drinks blood. He's called Vamp because he's a cross-dressing super sexual vampire. And everyone's like, wait, no, that doesn't sound right. What?
Yeah. My favorite thing. This is just Metal Gear Solid, the role-playing stream now, though. By the way, but. Like when you started, because a couple of years back I did a playthrough of all of them, starting with 1 through 5, right?
You didn't play Metal Gear and Solid Snake?
No, I didn't play Peace Walker either. So
okay,
I played 1, then I played 2. And then I'm like, 2 is pretty cool. It was like way more bananas in terms of story, and I appreciated just how stupid it was. And then 3 came around. I was like, "What's your favorite Metal Gear?" And I'm like, I guess 2. I guess. So I played 3, and it starts you off with fucking Jack's face. I'm like, "Fucking what?"
Look.
God.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is great for one thing and one thing alone. Revolver Ocelot cosplaying as an ocelot and going, wow! Every time he shows up to attack.
Yep.
Yeah. You blend your elbow when you're firing. That's more of a revolver technique to absorb the recoil.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Literally every game in that series is full of edgy ass dialogue that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Except for I wasn't a huge fan of the 5th one in terms of it being a Metal Gear game. It was the best playing game of the lot, but it was not a very good Metal Gear game. But yeah, so what? You're starting a Metal Gear Solid stream pretty soon? Is that what's happening, Arthur?
No, I don't even remember how we got onto the idea. I was saying that you could play a Metal Gear Solid, the role-playing game, as the support cast.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, I mean, you had your stream yesterday. How did that go?
I mean, that's the game that made my show unkid-friendly, so...
How did an anime game make your show unkid-friendly?
The players. They're fucking lewd as shit, man. They're thirsty motherfuckers on that shit.
Can't you just do an AP after dark and just like still keep it kid-friendly?
No. They're thirsty, man.
God damn. How thirsty do you have to be to like drink the moon on a fucking anime show? Like that's that's some thirst. That's some next level thirst. That's like Sprite thirst.
The thing about the Tuesday night game is that we rarely roll dice. It normally ends up being 3 hours of us doing burns on each other the whole time. It's like improvisational comedy where I'm the target of all the jokes. So,
is that on a scale from so where does it fit? Like, does it fit like? Is it like a D&D game or is it like a made RPG game? Like, where does it fit on that scale?
It's probably a lot closer to made RPG. And speaking of, I think everyone that's been on that show has played made RPG with me. So
that sums up a lot for me, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, last time we had a made RPG, one member of the cast wanted to be used as a chair for the master and was continually begging the master to sit on them. So yeah, listen, man, I know some people now. I know some people, and they're into some weird shit.
See, I don't want to watch that game, the Tuesday game that you have, but I kind of want to just see highlights of it. Like, I
could send you some of the fan art that people did.
Okay, I'll take a look at an anime picture of
some anime bullshit.
Yeah, I'll take a look at some anime bullshit. I was trying to word that nicely, but you just fucking...
No, you can just call it anime bullshit, man.
You just drop trowel.
You know what they say? You gotta call a spade a spade.
Oh, fuck. Well, what have you been playing any games off of?
This one.
I mean, not just role-playing
I beat
games.
Far Cry 5 today. It was fucking horrible.
The ending?
Awful. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was super dumb.
It was I was expecting a lot more from the ending of that.
Spent the whole first half of the game
who did you start with?
Who did you silenced pistol.
Yep.
And the second half of the game I ran around with the silenced sniper rifle.
Yep.
That was pretty much it. I mean, between those two weapons you can do basically everything.
Yep.
The shooting was nice as hell. The bullet drop was realistic and awesome. Shotguns could shoot farther than 1.5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice.
Which
but
region
overall,
did you start
really
with?
just needed the sniper rifle with the silencer.
Mm-hmm. What region did you start with?
I mean, I went lower left, lower right, top.
So John, Faith, and Jacob?
Yep.
John was the best area, in my opinion. Okay, let me ask you this.
No, I was actually in a face area more because you got like weird shit popping out of green mist and stuff.
Let me ask you this. The first, okay, so John's area, you did it until you beat him and then you moved on, right? That's how you did it?
Yep, I did each area like that.
Okay. So John's area, I would say, I'm going to take a guess that you probably spent 10 hours on it? John's area?
I don't even know if I spent 10 hours on the whole game.
Bullshit. You can't beat that game in under 10 hours.
Actually, you can, but it's just...
You can beat the game in 10 minutes, actually.
Yeah, I did that ending as well. I mean, you kind of expect that now since Far Cry 5. Or 4, sorry. Yeah.
Far Cry 5, I have 19 hours played.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I spent 10 hours.
So the first area for me was 10 hours. Second area for me was 7 hours. And then Jacob's area was like 4.
No, Jacob's area took longer for me than the other ones.
Really?
Because there's only 4 cult outposts, so I had to do all the missions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd spent a lot of time running around doing shit. And in all the other regions, you can just stomp cult outposts for massive RP boost.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was like helicopter, just round up all that shit. Like, by the end of the game, I didn't even give a shit anymore. I was running around with her.
Oh, yeah, I went everywhere on foot. I literally ran between each outpost and shit, so...
The first area, though, I basically, like, almost 100% of that area, though. So, like, that's probably why it took me 10 hours or so. But, yeah, I don't know. That game was fun. It's not landing in a bottle that Far Cry 3 was, and it's not, like, the fucking systems fucking orgasm that Far Cry 2 was. So...
I never played Far Cry 2.
You should give it a go, man. Like, I'll send you a video. I'll send you a video of the differences between the two.
No, I saw it already.
You saw that one?
You linked it on your Discord.
Yeah. Did you see that? Yeah. So that whole game for me was like, hey, you've got this buddy who's like your best friend. Don't let him die. And That to me was interesting.
Yeah, no, I heard last week when you went over it in great detail.
Oh, I talked about it last week? I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Yes. Very long.
Anyway, okay. So, having said that, Prowler, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Well, not much. Still the same stuff because over the weekend I hadn't been feeling good. So, getting back into the swing of things, playing some Paladins and some Far Cry earlier today with KO. And we are not focusing on any missions really too much. We're just going around blowing shit up. And I think we've only done... Wait, John's?
John's is the bottom left, yeah.
God, I hated chasing him down in the plane.
So did I. That fucking sucked.
That was just
sucked.
like...
It's like, by the way, you've never flown a plane before? Here you go.
Yeah, and like the controller, like the controls are so clunky. Maybe it's better with a controller or whatever.
Probably.
But
anytime where it's like when you're driving a wheel and you go like that every time you press the like a button.
Yeah.
It's just like now I kind of have to like tap it to like go like that.
Yeah,
it's even worse.
It's either yes or no. It's not sensitivity, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just full power or nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like tap. So, which I can get over, but it was just, ugh.
Yeah,
it was a bit annoying. But so far enjoying the game. I'm not expecting that great of a storyline. I'm just doing it to have fun. So maybe that's, I don't know. So it's my first Far Cry game either way.
It's your first Far Cry?
Well. Yeah. So.
Go play 3.
Yeah, I've heard that from many people. So I may have to check that out.
Yeah. Cool. What else have you been up to? Anything at all going on?
A new patch for Paladins, so I'm trying to figure out everything again. But other than that, no. They reset the to a new season, so I haven't done my placement matches because I'm waiting for all the baddies to place and all the good people to play, so my placements aren't so swingy. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Same old.
Sick in Paladins and Far Cry, yeah.
And last but not least, we have Mr. James. What up, sir? What's going on your world?
I'm slowly getting back into old schedule that I've ignored for about a week. We started Numenera on Monday. That was great. Really positive about it as well. So
yeah, my experience with Numenera isn't the best though. So like I don't think it's a very well refined system. Like I like my systems with a little bit of like growth potential for players. You know, I like to have a little bit of like, okay, here's what I want to spend my XP on. I want to move in this direction or whatever. You know. And Numenera to me is just kind of like, yeah, I guess, you could have a cool thing. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems weird to me. Like,
I'd like to jump in here real quick. I got beef against Numenera. As a result of Numenera, I now have something called the Shanna Germain rule. It's my rule where when a developer of a game personally takes the time to insult me, fuck that system and fuck that person.
Whoa, hold up. There's something there that needs to be said.
Yeah, me and Shannon Germain, I have beef. She got my name wrong like 4 times.
How do you get Arthur Perkins wrong?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. She kept calling me Anthony, intentionally taunting me on Twitter. We're done.
What did you do?
I was just like, I didn't super like Numenera, but I'm going to give it a second try. And she was like, thanks, Anthony. I'm like, my name's not Anthony, it's Arthur. And she's like, okay, Anthony. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to get mad about this. Going to continue the conversation like an adult. Then I was like, fuck it. I'm not playing Numenera, and fuck you, Shanna.
That's a weird way to handle a situation.
Yeah, it's pretty weird when a developer shows up out of nowhere to come at you, bro.
Well, I mean, Twitter's only ever good for having arguments on anyway, so I'm not entirely surprised.
You're so jaded, Dave. All right, sorry. I cut in there.
I've had good experience. They even hosted me as well. Monty Cook Games hosted me when I did it. Yeah.
I mean, the PR
So I was
behind Monty
quite
Cook
chuffed.
is normally pretty good. Like, I don't have any problems with any of those people. They're not bad.
Did they get your name right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Did they call you John or something?
I mean, you can call me John for $5. You know what I'm saying?
Cool, you're cheap.
I'll do anything for $5, man.
Look at him.
I'd want pounds.
Anything?
Yeah. Go on. Tell me something that I wouldn't do for $5. Yeah, you can't think of anything, can you?
Listen, no. I literally have fan art of you being dared to put a lightsaber crystal in your butt. So I do believe you would do anything for $5. That's the scary part.
Mm-hmm. And that's what makes me a good Twitch streamer. Anyway, cool, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 7 Seas 2nd edition. This is a pirate-themed exploration game that we have going on here. Last time that we played, we just managed to take over what's called Rat's Nest Island. I don't know what you guys are going to settle on for the name, but I don't think it's probably going to be that. We'll see how we go. We don't really have all the players here today. Yujun had to take the wife to a doctor's appointment, which is unfortunate because this is sort of like the game where you guys have open wings. You know, you have your ability to take your boat and drive it off into the sunset, or in the opposite direction of the sunset. So we've got this little island here. I'm gonna switch over to another scene to show it. And of course everything's broken on my overlay, but that's okay. I can fix that while you guys talk. But yeah, this is the little island that you guys have, and this is the sort of exploration that has already been done a little bit. So what did you guys want to... Oh wow, I really need... This page is completely broken for me. I really need to update it, I guess. But what do you guys want to do? Like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to take this boat?
Well, gentlemen, I have something of a suggestion.
Oh, all right. What's the suggestion?
As Eric, son of Eric, isn't here, probably because he has diarrhea or something. I don't really know.
Dysentery.
Why
Yeah,
is he
Dysentery,
wearing
of
Ricardo
course.
Mendez's name badge?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. It's. I haven't updated this page in a while.
I mean,
so.
why would you trust a chef that gets, dysentery from his own cooking? Do you know what I mean?
I assumed he got it when he attempted to ford that river and come back with 800 pounds of buffalo meat, but
Yeah,
What's a
that'll do it.
buffalo?
it's a thing that exists on a continent we haven't gone to yet.
Oh,
That's what we've been eating.
Really? That's a buffalo?
Yeah.
I thought it was rats.
It could be both.
I've never heard of the dreaded buffalo rats,
rat?
Ricardo.
so what's your suggestion anyway?
We should sail in a spiraling circle outwardly.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that's how search patterns work. You sail in a circle, in a spiral. You cover the most possible area as quickly as possible. I mean, we sailed east, so we didn't find anything.
Yeah, we only travelled for 4 days.
I mean, that's a
No, it
long
wasn't
time
even
to travel.
4 days. It was 1 day.
Oh, it was a
well
day.
then, yeah, no. I take back everything I said. I must have been drunk. Let's keep sailing east as much as possible.
So I want
I
to.
agree.
There's the thing in this game that's mechanically. Sorry, Prilo, please go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's a solid plan.
So so the thing that, like, okay, I love this game. I love how simple it is, but to a degree, they don't really describe per se how far you can go, right? Or the metric of time versus the metric of distance that ships actually go in, because this system's not really entirely designed around like having a parcel of land and sticking to it, which is kind of what has happened as a result of these boys doing what they're doing. So they also don't have any sort of encounter tables or anything like that whatsoever. So I've gone ahead and mapped out to a degree where things are. And anything that I haven't done, I have an idea in my mind where things are. So what we're going to do is this session is going to hopefully be a session about these boys finding where they are in the world, because that's the next step that they need to actually do. But before we get too deep into it, what is everyone's personal stories again? Give me a reminder. James.
As far as what
I did come up with one, but I fucking failed to write it down like a tit.
Making giant piles of dollars.
Yeah.
it?
And what
Yeah.
what arc are you on that, Arthur?
Part 2.
Part 2. What about you, Prowler? Where are you at?
Yo, hold on, let me scroll down to it. I am on step 2 of getting specialist, which is acquiring smithing knowledge.
Right. And of how many things is that? Is that 3?
Oh, 4.
4. And James, you just finished your one about getting
Friends.
friends. But what was that for? That was for something, right?
Convince, wasn't it? I believe I went for.
Right, yes, convince, yeah. So what are you working on now? What was that you wanted to go for?
I think it was to get a proper ship, wasn't it? I think that was the aim.
No, that's right. No, your story that you wanted to do was to find like the actual mechanic growth of that. We don't know what that is, but you wanted to find the old wreckage. The old island. The mythical teleportation Aztec monument island thing. Which had the old crewmates that are probably still jettisoned there.
Temple.
Yeah.
It was taking sailing up to 4, I think, was the plan.
Is that what it was? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, make sure you write it down on your sheet so you don't forget it. And with that in mind, boys, where do you want to go? You have one ship, and the way that we're going to do it is we're going to make a sailing roll, and how many successes you get, or how many raises you get, will determine how many squares you can go. And that's sort of how I've sort of mapped out the sailing in this. As a skiff, I think it is, right? You're a skiff, yeah?
Yes.
As a skiff, you get the ability to... schooner, not a skiff. Called the Skimming Stone. You have the ability to get 2 bonus dice for traveling, which is how, you have a higher opportunity of going further, but, you still need to make
If I remember correctly, Stone has the best sailing, right?
Yeah, you have 3 sailing, right, James?
All right.
Yeah. So let's get a bearing as to where you guys want to go.
So I guess we're going to head east to try and find our way there. So I guess you want me to do a
direct east, yeah.
Look, so I'm not in charge here, but that's my suggestion: is to keep going east.
Yeah. I think that's a brilliant idea there, Rapier. That's like my idea.
So did you guys want to? Because remember, with this game, and I'm going to remind you now that you have to pay your crew at the end of every session.
Yep.
Half whatever's in your hold. Food and stuff like that, you don't need to worry about too much. And you have 2 spaces of cargo that you can fill up. Last time you found some gold, treasure, which you put into the hold of your island. But outside of that, you don't have any treasure to pay anyone with. So, did you want to empty your hold, or did you want to take that treasure with you?
We need to empty it for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get a roll then as to where you want to go. You want to head directly east, due east, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's it going to be? Resolve or wits or?
It's going to be wits for sure.
Awesome. And I get an extra dice because it's a first roll.
Yeah, your bonus dice because this is the first time you've used it this session. You also get 2 bonus dice. So don't tap it because you're going to just have 3. So you can just use the add 3.
Oh, okay, yep.
Right. You're going to get 2 for it being a schooner. And the crew is happy. So they're not mutinous right now. So you get to keep all your bonus dice. Yeah. All right.
Okay. So I'm going to hit sailing and then I'm going to hit +3.
And you also have the, if I remember correctly, 3 gives you the ability to re-roll,
Re-roll.
right? So you make sure you have that marked as well.
Yeah, I've got it starred, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
You need to make 10s. Cool, there you go.
So there's 20 already. 30, 40, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So, yeah, there's 2 remaining.
Okay.
So 4 and a 1.
4 and a 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you got 4, is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, because obviously the 8 would replace the 1. So
Yeah.
I've actually got a 4 remaining. So, yeah.
So 2, 3, 4. Yep. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So you can go 4 spaces. So starting out from the island, you'll move up 4, and this is going to be like, so they don't really give a denomination of time either when it comes to this. So I wanted to get an idea how you guys work, which one you were comfortable doing. I'm willing to say that a roll is half a day's work. If you guys are comfortable with that.
But that'd be a lot of rolls.
Well, it is what it is. You could also, unless you wanted to make it 1 roll, and then we could say that 1 raise is worth 2 spaces.
I think it's a little weird to not just make each roll 1 day, especially if food and water isn't an issue.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I'm saying, like, we can make every raise made 2 squares instead of 1 square. If you wanted to set that precedent, we can do that. I'm happy for that to happen as well. Okay, so yeah, that is how we will do it then. So with that in mind, you've moved 8 squares, and that's how we will do it from now on. Okay, I need a token of some sort. I'll just draw one. It's just easier. Freehand. Let's make it pink. Here we go.
It's bad luck to sail in a pink ship. Oh no!
Alright.
I've never heard that one.
That's
sorry.
one.
I've never heard that one before.
Oh, it's one I've heard before multiple times. Yes, it's bad luck to sail on a pink ship.
Where did you hear that?
Some chaps on another ship said it to me.
Didn't
Jeff.
you make the ship?
Jeff.
I've literally never even seen a pink ship before, so I have
We
a lot
were
of
standing on
trouble.
one.
Really?
I think so. It looks pink to me.
You believe light red paint is something that just grows on trees and people confidently paint that on the side of their vessel then?
Does it grow on trees? Is that how it comes? Is that how you make paint? Is it like a paint tree?
I mean, technically, certain types of dye can be found in that fashion. Paint certainly cannot, but...
Why are you dyeing trees?
No, the trees have dye that grow... Okay.
I don't understand.
Bjorn, help me out here. I seem to be having a miscommunication problem with Mr. Stone.
It happens a lot.
Okay, as long as it's not just me.
Just don't get them started on counting.
I can count up to 6.
All right, so
I mean, that's not bad.
you guys continue driving or sailing, I guess. It's for the most part pretty calm. You haven't really gone too deep into open ocean yet. You can still see your island, so nothing really scary right now.
There's nothing really scary right now, mates.
Yeah, it's not too choppy yet. We haven't gotten that far from the island.
We've gotten quite far. We've got like a few days. We've gone
We've
4
gone,
days. We won't see the island.
You've gone one day.
We're on one day.
Oh, okay.
All right.
See, I told you he couldn't count.
I mean, it's fine. It's been a very strange 2 days for me, you know. Also, all of that indeterminate amount of time it took to build the boat, but I was met by an evil witch and then teleported here, so, you know.
Us too. We met an evil witch. Did she give you spare beeswax?
Yes, if you recall. Wait, no, spare beeswax. No, I didn't get that.
No, you did. You did.
A little vial. I got some spare beeswax.
Oh, for some reason, I suddenly have this on my character sheet now.
What's the character sheet?
You know, that's a little meta for you, Stone. I think I'll keep it to myself.
What's meta?
Well, meta is a thing that is above a thing.
What, like shelves?
Yes, meta is like a shelf where you look down on other things and analyze them.
Like a crow's nest?
Yes, meta is exactly like a crow's nest.
On a scale from 1 to yes, how sarcastic are you being right now, AB?
I mean, as far as he knows, Stone is an idiot, and this is the only way to explain this to him.
All right. Okay. Well,
And just to be clear, he did get confirmation from Bjorn on this exact topic several seconds ago.
yeah. All right. Well, let's get another roll then.
Am I the only one that's going to be rolling? I mean, let's break character. Am I the only one that's going to be rolling?
Mr. Stone, I have literally no ability to direct the ship. In fact, I haven't mentioned this before, but I often get seasick.
During the meal with the crew, Stone is going to try and like get them resolved and eager to carry on with the journey ahead.
All right. And what exactly?
So I can use fucking resolve and not wits.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I mean.
Come on, lads. We'll find proper land soon.
Resolve,
even if we go in a big circle.
Resolve. You're thinking of panache there, buddy. Shit. Resolve is your personal
I don't know what
will.
That means.
Yeah. Resolve is your personal, like mental defense thing. Yeah.
All right. Whatever. Okay, I guess it's sailing on wits then, yeah?
Pretty much.
Oh, shit. How are we going to do +2 dice? Oh.
Just roll 2d10, dude.
I could always just do this.
You could always just roll 2d10.
And then take it back down.
What?
No.
I mean, why didn't you just roll 2d10? I don't understand. Just roll 2d10 next time. It's easier. All right, so what's this? You got the 7 is a 1, so you got 1, 2. You got
there's a 7 and a 3 is 10. A 7 and 3 is 10. An 8 and 4 is 12, and there's a 5 remaining.
So you got 3 then.
Not as good as before.
So 6 spaces. Man. At a certain point, you need to actually be zoomed in all the way to hit a thing one. So you continue as you are, yeah? No problems?
I can't see anything now.
Yeah, I'm revealing. 1 second. Alright. Let's see. Oh. That's not what I wanted.
You know, Bjorn, Samuel, I'm noticing something strange.
Stone.
Stone. Excellent. I'll call you Mr. Stone then.
No, just Stone.
All right, I will call you Stone then. Even though from our previous position we could still see the island behind us, for some reason we're only capable of seeing several miles in any other direction. Almost like there's some sort of black fog of war all around us.
Well, I mean, is there a way to attach
like you said,
fog of...
maybe we should get up in the crow's nest and have a better perspective.
Is there a way to
good eyes.
Make like a torch happen on a token or something? Or do I have to actually...
it would take several minutes to explain it to you though, and you'd have to set up fog of war on this map beyond what you've got. You have to turn on dynamic lighting.
Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I'll let you know if you find anything. Just trust me on that.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And I imagine.
Look, I'm just taking cheap shots while I can, Dave.
You got it, AP. All right.
I think it's being sarcastic.
I'm being sarcastic out of character.
So,
penalized.
So yeah, during your rigorous boating, you start to notice because you're pretty perceptive there, Stone, especially considering that you're rolling all these sailing checks. You start to notice that the makeshift sails that you have made yourself, are starting to tear at the edges.
Oh shit!
What's wrong, Stone?
Our sails are starting to give already, and we've only gone like 2 days out from port.
Well, who made the sails?
Mrs. Miggins.
I don't know who that is.
She's a lady, you see.
Okay, well, I think we should reprimand her heavily for failure to create good sails. It would be criminal in order to sail in a boat with bad sails.
That's why you guys need to find port so you can actually buy supplies and stuff like that.
Thingamabobby, who I've forgotten his name.
Bjorn. Bjorn?
Oh, yes, okay. Still.
Bjorn, are you good with your hands?
I'm pretty handy.
Do you want to repair them sails?
I could give it a go. Not really known for stitching, but
I'm sure if you could make some. If you could make like armor, I'm sure you could like quite easily like sew. It's the same thing in it in the long run.
He's got a point.
Sure.
Because technically, you are making items of clothing. They're just, armored.
I've made leather armor as well, so.
Well, there you go. You should be good at like needle and thread.
So this isn't going to be. It's mostly just like a simple. As long as you're continuing to make changes to the sales as you go. It's not that bad. It's mostly just flavor.
Yeah, I'll upkeep. I'll do sales upkeep, I guess.
So,
well, I mean, anything else that would be deteriorating on the boat.
I mean, not really much. People are just sort of working as they come and go. So
I'm just saying, if there is anything that would be, I'd be trying to fix and keep everything ship shape, if you will.
Okay, let's get another roll then.
Oh no, it's getting terrible. I'm having to do lots of rolls.
Yeah, well, you're the only one with sailings, as it turned out. So, yeah, this is not as like I've got a encounter table here, and it's not extreme. So, how did your sailing go up? And
because I'm just adding 2 dice to the pool.
I see what you're doing. Okay. So that gets rid of a 2. You got a lot of 4s in there. So it's
9
4.
plus 2
yeah, you got 4
is...
raises. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so 9 and 2 is 10. 9 and 2 is 10. 9 and 4 is 10. 1 raise. 9 and 4 is 1 raise. 9 and 2 is 1 raise. And then you have,
Oh no, the 2's dropped, isn't it? One of the 2's is dropped. So
yeah. Yep. So you got 9 and 4, 9 and 4, 9 and 2, and then a 6 left over. So you got 3 raises. So once again, 6 spaces.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry I'm not more help here. I know nearly nothing about boats except as a method of transit from one place to the next.
Oh, I can tell you all about boats.
Okay, name one thing about boats.
They float on water.
Yes, I knew that.
Good job.
If you can tie a knot, you go far in this sort of business. So I'm going to show him some rudimentary knots.
This is fascinating. I once used a knot like this in order to choke a man to death.
You don't really want to use that not to choke someone to death. You want to use this sort of not to choke someone to death.
This is the most interested Rapier has been about anything since he's arrived on the island, except for murdering Samosa.
Which you did. Which you did that already, so there's no reason to get all that excited.
I mean, he's learning new ways to kill people.
It's true.
This knot here, you see, is for hanging people.
Excellent.
If you want to string someone up, you can do this sort of knot here,
Yes.
and you can like string them up, like a sow, but of a human.
But wouldn't you prefer a perfectly balanced rapier and poking holes in your enemy?
It's true, Bjorn. I do, in fact, prefer the use of rapier, but sometimes you must use the tools at your disposal. Sometimes you find yourself stuck in a barrel covered in weird wax and pop out on an island and no one is able to hand you a rapier. And you have to accept an inferior weapon like a magic cutlass or something.
Yeah.
And sometimes you find yourself in a boat that's rapidly sinking and you must choke someone to death with a rope.
It's true. You must do that.
It's true.
All right. Let's get another roll then while I...
There's a whole lot of nothing on the ocean. I'm very used to sailing near a coast.
Well, I think that's another thing about sailing is there's a lot of blue that's involved in it, and and only occasionally you might see especially if you sailing far away from land type things. It's generally full of
land type things.
Yeah, it's generally blue. You see,
It would be nice if we ran into some weird monsters or maybe some evil pirates loaded down with treasure or something like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't count you. Let's not hope that. Let's hope we have an easy sail to somewhere, so that we're not like.
But what will we do when we get there? We literally have next to no money, and a ship that has sails that are tattered. We should plan on running into someone who we can legally kill, and they have stuff that we can take.
Who can we legally?
I mean, pirates, criminals, outlaws, riffraff.
Oh.
You really care about the law so much, don't you?
A man's oath is extremely important.
Have you made an oath to?
That's good.
Yes, I did. I'm a duelist. I'm allowed to legally kill people as long as I do it for money.
9 plus...
Oh, you rolled again?
Pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, 9 plus 2 is
cool.
10. Well, 11.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, actually. But, the world works in strange ways.
3 is 10.
So I'm getting 3 dice from that.
Is it 3? Hang on. 9 plus...
You
the 9
re-roll
replace the 1.
Yeah, so you got a 5 and a 5, which is 1. You got a 4 and a 9, which is 2. You got an 8 and a 3, which is 1. And then you got 6 left over.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here. 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I suppose I should be showing this little drawing thing that I got going on here.
The ocean color's starting to get darker.
Yeah. So
have we hit There Be Monsters yet?
Yeah, so you guys are basically out in the middle of dead ocean now. And the waves are basically choppier than what you'd imagine them being, or more comfortable with them being. It is a schooner, so it is a smaller ship than, say, something that you're used to. But you are starting to see gulls as well.
Oh, that's good.
Gulls.
Don't kill them.
That means, don't.
Yes.
We should always follow a goal to where it's going, because it's bad luck if we don't.
What?
That sounds right.
All right, cool. Can we follow goals?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should be.
I was gonna say, haven't sailed much, but I know that usually means there's land somewhere around. So should search this area.
Yeah. So, the gulls are far off in the distance, but they are flying in a northeasterly direction, if you've watched them for a while.
We better follow them in a northeasterly direction then.
All right. So let's get
another roll.
Yeah, another roll. So how many days have you been on the ocean now?
How many rolls
Don't
have I
ask
done?
Stone.
Less than 4.
1,
5, I think.
2,
6.
3, 4. 4 days.
Okay, so you're going on the 5th day. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Batten down the hatches. Whatever. Scrub the decks. Yo ho, yo
Tighten the
ho.
loincloths.
Is anyone on the ship actually wearing a loincloth? Yes, I didn't think so. I thought that would be pretty weird.
6 replaces the
We
1.
all have nice breeches or trousers.
Ooh,
9 plus 2 is 10, 11. 4 plus 8 is
I don't know if we
12.
have nice anything. But
6 plus 7. So that's 3 raises again.
Well, I've got this pretty nice sword you made for me. It's even got my name on it.
no, you don't.
What? Where'd the sword go?
It was magical.
Oh.
You can only use those swords on the island.
Well, what about this other sword? I guess it's just a regular sword.
Yes.
I probably should have left the magical one back on the island before it disappeared then.
Yeah.
I'll remember to do
I
that
thought
next time.
I can make you some other ones.
What did that? Oh, wait. Shit. I'm an idiot. I'm a big dum-dum. Okay, I was using the polygon reveal color is the same as the drawing color, so I was sitting there being like, it's not working. What is happening? All right, there we go.
We've disappeared.
Nah, you're good now. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you can, when the morning rolls around, you can actually see land. It's a fairly long coast.
Land ho!
Land ho.
Ding, 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 ding. Ring the bell.
Yeah. However, as you during the night, you wake up. Everyone's excited about the opportunity of seeing land and stuff like that. However, you guys have been pretty good at rationing your food, as you imagine being on a ship. You didn't know how long you'd have to go in a certain direction to get somewhere. And as it turns out, you guys have less food than you accounted for.
Oh no.
Someone's been taking extras.
No, again.
Are we sure it's not rats?
It's gonna be that 6-inch man.
I don't know. There were some pretty
Totally
mean-looking buffalo rats back on the island.
Look round for a really small chap. It's him again.
So what do you guys want to do about this problem?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, there's not much we can do about this 6-inch man, because A, he's a murderer, and he'll stab you in the back.
Bjorn, should I have any idea what Stone is talking about right now?
No. It was a theory we had.
But there's a 6-inch tall man running around killing people.
Yeah. He used
How long did you entertain the idea of this theory?
At the thought, none of us had any better ideas.
I see.
It's the only thing that made sense. We put down, flour and stuff to try and see if they left tracks, but no one left any tracks. So the only person it could have been is a small chap, about 6 inches tall.
He's got a point.
Is any of the crew looking a little bit more healthier than
I mean, you've been gone 4 days. No one can really expire within that time.
I don't know. Some people's weights, can fluctuate.
Okay.
I don't know if people are aware of sodium levels and carbohydrates in this particular era, but
buffalo will really spike your.
Yeah.
It has
So
huge fat content. So.
again, I'm not in charge here. I'm like a contractor, really. But my suggestion is we completely ignore this situation, or maybe just tell people to knock it off because it's really not that big a deal.
Okay. Listen here, you fat fucks.
That's the exact way to not handle this stone.
So you call
Out
the
of
men.
all,
You call the men together. Right?
And he calls them a bunch of fat fucks.
Oi! I take offence to that. My weight has nothing to do with how much I eat. Thank you very much. Scientific proven.
No. You eat too many Mars bars when you should be eating salad.
What's
With
a
some
Mars
Mars bar.
bar?
see, that's the kind of man I can agree with right there.
Some sort of chocolate.
What's a chocolate?
It's
No,
from
why
the
do
Emerald
people have
Isles.
chocolate in the middle of the ocean here? First off, how did the chocolate even get here?
Is that some Emerald Isles thing?
Yeah, it's
Shouldn't
like a
you know
chocolate
that?
bar.
I'm
It's
pretty
really
sure
nice.
chocolate existed in medieval Europe, but I'd have to go back and read my history books.
What's
Was
a
it
Euro-
exclusive to South America? I don't really know.
I think it was, but yeah.
All right, well, The Witcher 3 had like pigs and corn and shit, so
I mean, they probably had sweet rolls and shit. That's normal, right?
And cheese wheels.
Cheese wheels. Yeah.
That's all we brought with us. Just hundreds of cheese wheels.
really, you're wondering why our food supply is running low than it should, when all we brought was cheese.
We didn't bring any of the buffalo.
Look,
There
I
are no
really think we
buffaloes.
should be looking for like a mouse or something, right?
A 6-inch man.
I don't know. It seems
He
weird.
strikes again, and he'll get away with it again, like he did last time. Did we
Right.
ever actually figure?
We had a problem
we-
with
Did
one of
we
our
ever
ships
actually
losing
figure?
food, and we could not
Okay,
figure it out.
we didn't ever actually figure out what was going on there at all, did we?
I'll
That's
tell you
why
what.
I'm really curious about this.
I'm going up to the poop deck, and I'm gonna stand around looking intimidatingly. You let me know when we hit land.
Okay.
You're
Do you
about
want
a
us to
day
actually
off.
hit land?
So,
Don't actually hit land.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it would be wise to not have the ship crash into the land. I prefer
All
my
right.
ships floating.
Okay.
This isn't Sea of Thieves.
Do you want me to give you another sailing roll?
I mean, you are about a day's off, so yeah, sure.
All right.
So,
another sailing roll.
what are you doing about this this hungry hippo?
I don't think we're doing much, are we? I think was the consensus.
Wow, that was a really good roll. So like
It
a
was.
50?
10, 20. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can I honestly say it would be a lot
5.
quicker if they just gave you a total as well in this roll, but like
Yeah, but that would be really tough to calculate.
I guess.
It could be done.
You have to do some hardcore sorting.
The only thing
algorithm.
is when you get into one that counts 15s instead of 10s.
Yeah. Ah, yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well,
5 races. That was pretty good.
5. All right. Yeah, you can. I mean, the wind
Parallel
picks
parks
up
the ship perfectly.
today, and you can very easily make it to land. Now, did you want to go along the coast, or did you want to just make land and just go by foot? Like, what did you guys want to do?
Well, we need to figure out where we are. So we are going to have to go like around the coast, but it might be worth like me talking character. It might be worth jumping off and like trying to, I don't know, hunt and get some
No,
fresh
that's
supplies.
a terrible idea.
Oh,
We
okay.
need to sail
Terrible
along the
idea.
coastline until we find
how
fresh
do I-
water or people.
How do I? Fix
Okay.
that?
That's what I
That
think.
also could alert people to our presence.
But
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes, but anything we do could alert people to our presence. Look, we're just some nice, friendly sailors from out of
Hey, look,
town
if
who are
we get
magically
attacked-
transported.
If we get attacked, we can just murder them and take their stuff. 'Cause
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what,
if we get attacked, we're basically totally screwed since we don't have any cannons.
I thought we had some cannons.
Do we have cannons? I'm looking around on the deck. Do we have cannons?
Nope, you don't.
We have no
Oh, okay.
cannons. If we get attacked, we're 100% screwed.
Yeah, true.
The only way we win in a fight is if we attack first with the complete cover of darkness and stealth. If only we had some sort of cannon we could launch me out of towards the enemy ship, and I could kill all of the crew in a series of one-on-one duels. That would work out.
insult sword fighting.
Yeah, sword fighting's basically the only thing I'm good at.
Insulting sword fighting, though.
I mean, I wouldn't say I insult people so much as observe the world around me and comment on it.
Oh, okay.
If it's insulting, it's only because
so
the world sucks.
if I say you fight like a dairy farmer, you know how to respond.
I mean, if someone told me I fought like a dairy farmer, I'd be pretty impressed, right? Dairy farmers have extremely strong forearms. They're well known for their massive physical strength.
No, but the correct answer is how appropriate you fight like a cow. That's the correct answer.
Stone, that was extremely clever. I did not expect that from you. If I ever find myself in that exact situation, I will use that reply.
All right. So, yeah, you've got basically half of your move left with the ship. If you wanted to catch wind and go either way, you can.
Is there any signs of life at all?
I mean, it's coast, right? So you're not like smack bang in the middle of a city or anything like that. So
What kind of coast is it? A beach? Not like the Cliffs of Insanity or anything?
That's a good question. I want to say that it's not like a resort beach, but it's not it's not like cliff face. It's like it's somewhere in the middle, you know. You would have to do a little bit of scaling to get up there.
Well, I think we should head.
So like it has a beach, but then a little bit further there's massive, or not a massive, but a decent.
Yeah, and that's not a bad way to describe it. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of a beach. So it wouldn't
be hard to land on the beach, but climbing up the rocks would be a.
Is it a sand beach or is it a pebble beach?
Sand.
No. I hate pebble beaches. Ooh.
You mean coral beaches?
No, when you get like pebbles, they're quite common in the Emerald Isles. Just get pebbles.
That's
you go
true.
to the beach and you walk along, when you was a child and you're taken to the beach and you walk along, it hurts your bloody feet to walk along them because they're pebbles.
Smooth stones.
They're still.
This is a real thing. Like where I grew up in Australia, we had an island that was entirely made out of dead coral. So the sand was actually just like small pieces of coral.
Well, in the UK, there's a lot of beaches that are mostly like pebbles, basically, and not sand. Yeah. And it's really painful and really uninteresting as a child.
I don't doubt that.
There's a lot of sand.
I don't doubt it.
Like the local beach where I live, it's imported sand because it should be like pebbles, but they've imported sand.
So yeah, which direction we want to go here? You can either go.
I think northwest.
What? No. Yeah, I guess northwest is. Yeah, you can go northwest. So you want to go up?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep an eye out for any like lights and stuff, especially at night.
Okay, cool. So let's head you guys up. So 1, 2, 3.
Just so you know, we probably won't be as good as we were ever, unless I'm really lucky.
You don't need to roll right now.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, the further along the coast you go, the higher the cliffs get. However, you can see a city much further, maybe like another day's travel in the distance on the coast, like on the peninsula of this place.
Civilization.
Ding, ding, now ding. It's actually quite a bustling city as well. Like it's quite large, and it's very sort of metropolitan, I want to say. At least from this distance, that's what you can tell. There's also a lot of ships gathering around there too. Like the closer you're getting, like around now-ish, you're starting to run into small merchant vessels and stuff like that.
What is it? Banners or statues or anything I would recognize?
I don't know. Where have you been?
Place.
Can we flag them down?
I'd say I'd been to the Emerald Isles and where Eugene's from, but I have not gone past where Eugene's from to Pereza, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Well, you might be fucked because if it's your own place, you might have fucking forgotten what the flag looks like.
Yeah.
God damn it, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, yeah. What did you say, James? You wanted to flag someone down, like another clock?
Yeah, just flag them down and communicate, find out where we are.
All right.
Like, actually ask them.
So, normally, I guess ships avoid each other's path and stuff like that. And I'm not too familiar with the procedures of ye olden vessels, right?
They'll probably use actual flags that
I imagine it would be something like that, right? Some sort of like you'd actually like wave them down
gestures.
or something.
Yeah,
something like that. So you guys do the maneuvers of getting within yelling distance
and moon them.
of another ship. You're greeted with "Oi, what you want?"
Hi, where are we?
So there's a little bit of murmuring between them, and then they say, "What's it worth to you?"
So that we know where we are. Well, we could just travel an extra few hours up top and go to that city there, and then find out where we are. I just wanted to know where we are.
So they turn and look back at the city and it's like, "Yeah, good luck with that."
Listen, mates. You know how it is, any port in a storm, and all men need to stick together and all that stuff. We've been blown off course a bit in our lives and found ourselves in this peculiar situation. If you could please help us right our course and maybe help us out, we could get where we're supposed to be going.
Sounds like you're trying to make a risk, good sir. Risk is basically doing a single check, essentially.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, so
something I'm uniquely unskilled for.
Turns out they're pirates and they want our ship for some reason.
Oh, that would be excellent, especially if they came up alongside us. So I could get on a plank and fight them all one-on-one.
So right now, you're trying to gather information from these gentlemen on this ship. Yep. And they're not exactly being forthcoming about said information. Given they notice your particular distress about not knowing where you are. Self-admitted distress, I would say. So what I need from you, Arthur, is your approach on how you wish to gain this information from them. So your approach isn't necessarily what you plan to do, but your approach is, I'm going to be persuasive, or I'm going to
my approach is to be straightforward and just be like, listen, we're in some trouble. We have nothing. We need you to help us out. If it was you, do you want this to happen to you?
Okay, so
Would that be empathy?
Yeah, that sounds like you're appealing to their good nature, right?
Sure.
So let's go with panache, empathy. Okay. So you'll get the extra dice, and your empathy score is a 3, so you'll get the re-roll as well. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your attempt. Oh, 10, damn! 10. Look at that. That's at least 3-4 dice right there.
Yeah, it looks like I've got 40 with a leftover 4.
Yeah. Yep. So 4 raises. Okay. So for 1 raise, so your opportunities here is you can alert to them. For an opportunity, you can get what you want, right? You can find the name of this place. For a second risk, you can for a second raise, you can find out what they meant by good luck with that, because they mentioned that it might be more difficult for you guys to find out the information you're seeking from the city itself. And the consequences that you'll have in here is that you appear to be what's a good consequence in this situation? Maybe oh well, shit.
They'll give us fake information.
Yeah, okay, that's not a bad one. Yeah, you can buy off the lie. You can just appeal to them in a particular way that you can buy it off. Another one would be that maybe they don't notice. Maybe they notice that you're a little short-handed, a little light on the actual ship expenses as well, and maybe they attempt to board you as well. To take what you've got.
Interesting.
And
I'm sorry, I've actually forgotten the other stuff.
The first one was to get the information that you requested.
All right, and that's how much?
That's one raise.
One raise?
Yep.
Okay.
The information about what's bad about the city is going to cost you 2. Okay. And the other two consequences are 2 each as well.
Get boarded? Or
get boarded, or they tell you a lie, basically.
That's rough because with only 4 raises, I can't afford to buy
everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't afford to buy any more than 2 things. All right, where we are is less important than why the city is so spooky. And if they try to board us, that'll be great for me because I'd love to kill all of them. So them not lying would be great. So I will purchase information about the city and not lying. And I would look forward to stabbing them all to death in the next few minutes.
All right. Well, they do the whole rigmarole of being like, huh? What? I can't hear you. We're coming closer.
Good. Yes. Let's bring our ships alongside each other within boarding range so that you can speak with us.
So they'll do that. And they'll do the thing where they hook onto your boat and pull it closer. They've got rubber on the side of their boats to stop you guys from or your boat from colliding with theirs and that sort of stuff.
Boarding hooks and stuff.
And they'll come if with your permission, they'll come aboard. And these are sort of well-off individuals. They one of them is quite rotund, and he has a big orangey beard with a really preamed mustache, which he keeps curling as he comes on board.
I can see that you have put a lot of trouble into your hair care, sir.
Aye, you've noticed.
It is difficult not to notice.
You can call me Penelope.
Penelope.
Captain
Penelope?
No, I am a mere merchant. I'm not a captain. I mean,
are you captain of that ship?
Oh, no. I hire my way around, and these gentlemen graciously offer their ship to me.
What do you sell?
This and that. Mostly go to one place, find out what they have excess of, and bring it to a place where they don't have excess of that. Make my money selling and moving items to the people that need them most.
That's a reasonable job.
It is reasonable, and part of what I also do is sell information from one country to another, and it seems like you have a dire need of such things.
Yes. I'm hoping that I was empathetic enough towards you in order to convince you that perhaps you could tell us about that city up there and why there are such suspicious troubles coming from the crew's grumbling.
Well, you see, that is probably the most notorious city on this continent.
Would you say it's a wretched hive of scum and villainy?
I wouldn't go that far, but let's just say the people that inhabit such a place do well by spreading falsehoods.
Exactly what continent is this?
Well, that information comes at a premium, good sir.
Okay. How about instead, why would we not do well there? You're saying the city is literally full of liars. Like everyone there lies constantly.
I would say so.
I mean, like, are we talking like corruption lie? We got to spread the portmaster a couple dollars. I'm sorry, dollars probably don't exist yet. Doubloons.
Doubloons is probably what you're going to go with.
Yeah, doubloons. Or are we talking about like people just lie for the fun of it? It's like a cultural thing where everyone's just like, today is great. That dress doesn't make you look fat.
Well, let's just say that even if you paid a man to have him tell you the truth, chances are he wouldn't.
Are you telling the truth right now?
I make my money selling the truth. Of course I'm telling the truth.
I see. Okay.
He like twirls his whiskers as he as you.
I'm strangely inclined to believe you. What with that fantastic hair care?
Aye. The city that you're about to, well, seeming like you're about to embark on is called Chahani.
Chahani.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally never heard of that city before.
Have we heard of it? Have any of us heard of it?
I don't know if there's a particular understanding. Is there like a knowledge or something that you guys might have?
Scholarship.
Does anyone have
There's
scholarship?
that, and there's also sailing. He would have. He was on a sailing crew. I don't know if he'd ever make it to here. But that's for you guys to decide.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called again?
Chahani.
Chahani.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of like a thing of culture for the people there. You see, they find it funny to salt with the foreigners that come there to trade.
I once passed through a land where the locals had a custom of juggling baby geese. So this is really not that surprising.
Where did you say this place was?
It was on The Firefly, popular hit TV show.
That sounds like sarcasm, Mr. AP Gaming.
I mean, that's out of character sarcasm. I'm clearly making a reference. Something Rapier would have literally no knowledge of.
Sure, absolutely. He sort of, does the thing where he starts looking around your ship, just sort of strutting about and stuff. He's like, this is an interesting vessel you have here.
Yeah, we literally made it out of toilet paper.
Now, why would men such as yourselves be building your own ship?
We were shipwrecked.
Aye, we were shipwrecked.
I was magically transported inside a barrel.
He ignores you, and he like kicks the walls of the ship, and he's like,
please don't do that. We're actually super concerned about the ship staying together.
So, from what I can gather, then, you must have wrecked nearby. Is that right?
Yeah,
that's a pretty suspicious question. We wrecked, within a distance one could sail to Shahana from.
He sort of like turns around. Is like, I wish to buy that location off of you. If you're willing to sell it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a contractor. You'd have to talk to, not Stone. You'd have to talk to Bjorn.
He like turns to Stone. Is like, and you're Bjorn then?
No. That's Stone. Don't
I'm
talk
Stone.
to him.
Hello.
Bjorn, where are you?
I'm over here.
This man wants to buy information from us.
What does he want to buy?
The location of our secret magical stronghold.
That's an interesting
way to put it. With all of our super strong magical stuff where we can just make things.
You see, retrieving shipwrecks is also quite a profitable business.
A very good imagination. We didn't have a magical island. What are we talking about?
He must be filled with... So, would I perhaps may be able to give you a orange?
An orange?
You think that I've got the scurvy?
Oh, you're certainly acting like the man who's been drinking salt water for the past couple of days.
Oh, you shouldn't drink salt water. It's bad for you. It sends people mad.
Aye, Stone, it does. It does indeed. Now, I wish to buy your location of your wreck from you. And the salvaging rights, of course.
We have no idea where it is.
I think that's a very bad idea.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, Merchant Penn. Thanks for coming over here and telling us the literal minimum amount possible about Shahana and our current predicament.
Penelope.
Penelope.
It is not Penelope, it's Penelope.
Please don't insult him, Bjorn.
I'm trying to understand his name. I've never heard it before.
Oh, that's a woman's name.
It is not a woman's name.
Thank you, son. Thank you very much. You've made this situation so much worse.
Well then, I'll be expecting my payment, and then I will get out of your hair. What have you got to trade?
Well, there you go. I'll pay you exactly 2 raises.
He takes your raises. No. He sort of looks at your empty hand and he goes, of course you would have nothing. Well, it serves me right for coming aboard this floating pile of garbage.
I mean, we never agreed on payment for anything. We just kind of asked you for it. I was very straightforward in my pleas for that.
Well, that's the last time I ever talked to another countryman outside of where we're from. Good day, and maybe...
Wait, are you from the Emerald Isles?
Of course, I'm from the Emerald Isles.
Okay. Well, first off, I mean, Stone's also a countryman.
Yes,
So
but he's one of those... He's one of the ones that I wouldn't associate with.
Wow, that's like... Listen, man, they're super mean.
Oh, you're one of those, are you? I don't like those sort of fellas. They're a bit, they generally just
Well
hear
off,
up their own arses.
Yes, I would say that I am well off.
Up your own arse, yeah.
He sort of stands, puts his hands on his saber, and is like, I wish for you to take that back, sir.
Could you take your hands off your saber? It's making me awfully uncomfortable.
Oh, it should. I meant it as a threat.
Well, that's a very bad idea. And Rapier is gonna like brush his cloak to dust some imaginary lint off of his duelist pen and be like, "You see, I'm a legally licensed duelist protecting this here crew. And Stone is actually a pretty reliable fellow, so I'd appreciate if you neither insulted him nor threatened him with a weapon."
So he looks down at your pin, looks back up at you, and is like, what are you doing with this crew? You should be making a lot more money with, say, someone like mine.
That's true, but I signed a contract, shipwreck and all that, so...
What did you say your name was?
The name is Rapier Lawrence. You might have heard of me.
I haven't.
Don't stop. I mean, you literally heard... I've said my name several times over the last few weeks.
Okay, but apart from that, I haven't.
Okay, well, I was going for a Star-Lord thing there, but...
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
He just sort of scratches his beard and is just like, I sell and buy a lot of information, and nothing like that has ever come up.
Is this the crow's nest thing again?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right.
Well, then...
Okay, look.
Since you are a duelist, I will leave this insult that your man has given to me on the side.
But you started.
I mean, you're the one that insulted him, actually, just to be clear. But, I mean, if me threatening you is enough to make you back down, then I think that this situation has been resolved then, and we should all go our separate ways without anyone coming to bloodshed, right?
What did you expect from a man named Penelope?
Why are you doing that, Bjorn? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you people?
What?
So he's going to step back onto his ship.
That's his name, is it not?
It is his name, but you called him Penelope instead of Penelope.
And he's going to step back on his ship.
You're saying
and
the same thing.
There's an extra A in there that makes it sound less girly.
He's going to pull back the drawbridge, and they're going to unhook their connection lines. And then he's going to look at you and is like, is there anything you wish to say before I open fire on your terrible ship?
We're a schooner. We're gonna zip off.
I think we should say boarding party.
I was gonna say I'd like to get some grappling hooks and try to swing over to their ship.
All right. So we're doing a conflict then, yeah?
He started it.
He insulted my friend.
I mean, you insulted him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got his name wrong first.
The chain of events was he insulted Stone, and then you insulted him. You know, it's like a lover's triangle and shit.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, you're from the Emerald Isles as well, and there is a massive divide between...
Yeah, but I'm not Irish.
I'm not Irish.
Okay, well, which province of the Emerald Isles are you from that you're like...
I'm pretty much from London, the equivalent of London.
All right, well,
Londinian.
I'm from a part of the Emerald Isles that's not London.
I'm from Nodno. It's just London backwards.
Nodno. All right, I'm gonna write that down somewhere. That's too good. Can you write that on your actual fucking character sheet there, James? Nodno.
That is a quote from Red Dwarf, by the way. It's not 100% original.
Oh wow.
Look, I'm from the Scotland-ish region of this world. I don't know if we have a name for it yet, but we literally don't give a fuck about anyone, so...
How do you say Scotland backwards?
Oh my god.
Denal... Tox? Denal Tox?
Denal Tox?
That's why our language is gibberish. Because we sound like that. It's a good thing we speak actual proper English or whatever this world's common language is.
Okay, so...
Because if you go around saying Denal Tox or Aaron Go Bra, literally no one understands you.
All right. So, we're going to be doing a action sequence. So, the way that it works is, ladies and gentlemen, we need to define your approach. So, how are you going to be approaching this situation?
Whipping out my sword and stabbing everyone that I can in short range to death.
All right, so you are going to be doing... wait, I think I have a page for this somewhere. No. Okay.
Weaponry, I would think.
No. So I'm just got a page for keeping everything together. Okay, cool. Here we go. I got it. All right. So the first things first, I'm going to spend one of my danger pool to increase the cost of a raise to 15 for this conflict. For this round. So at least for the beginning, it's going to cost you 15 points to get a single raise. So let's see here. I'm going to say that. So I have to define the scene right here. So you have, remember, you have 2 squads of 5 on your ship right now, of people, crew members, brutes, that you can use in this situation as well. You do have Bubbles with you, and you do have Booker with you, who's they're the 2 NPCs that you have, because Booker's doing all your mapping for you. And the enemies is there's one villain, which is Penelope.
What was his name?
Penelope.
Penelope.
I'm muted. I've been talking to myself for a bit. Whoever's good at persuasion, you might be able to persuade their crew to like turn on their captain, if we can give them a good enough reason. It won't be me because I'm not very good at persuading, and I'll probably have to concentrate on sailing.
That sounds like a
Attempt.
Yeah, like a tempt or something like that. But you'd also have like these guys. So part of the tempt is you have to. Tempting is to give them something as well. So you'd have to obviously produce the goods. So let's go. Let's take a look here. So I need an approach. The risks. Yeah, everyone tell me your approaches right now. So we got AP with Sworden.
I'm manning the wheel.
All right, so
I
you're
have an
sailing.
oar. Because I didn't have a weapon, I'm going to pick up an oar and go with weaponry, brawn.
Okay.
Do you know I have 16,000 pistols on you?
The black powder evaporated from them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay,
That sucks
so
when that happens. That was not...
blunt
You can
attacks.
always just fucking use them as a threat to try and intimidate them.
All right, so let's get a roll from you, James.
Okay.
Since you
Does the 2 dice still get added?
Really depends on. Yes, it does. If you're attempting to maneuver and flee, you will get 2 dice.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm maneuvering so that we can get closer and board them.
So the skimming stone can be used for speed / maneuverability. So if you're maneuvering, then yes, you get 2 bonus dice.
Right, cool.
So for
So
you, for your particular role right now,
Is it going to be strength based? Because I'm obviously it's going to, it's not. It wouldn't be. It's not going to be intelligence. It's going to be.
I tell you what. If you want to use brawn, you are putting the ship at risk. If you're using finesse, you are trying to get closer, but also keeping the ship in.
I will go with finesse.
Finesse. All right then. So that'll be finesse sailing, and you can just use. You get your reroll, but you can also just use the add 3 or roll 3 button after you're done there.
Oh really?
Because you get
But
the
it's
2.
not
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, so
because it's sailing.
Yeah,
so I'll just add 2 to the roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make sure you change it back though.
I do. I have to. Well, when I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the 1 gets replaced with a 1. That's that load good. The 9 plus 1 is a 10. The 10 is a 10.
It's also worth pointing out that this ship is a size above yours, so because it's a merchant vessel. So the merchant vessel is going to have double your crew size, but also their holds are significantly bigger as well. So you're expecting, at least at the ready right now, about 15 brutes, with another 5 probably sleeping in the hold, but at least 15 on the deck. So,
all right. Well, I've got 3 raises, I believe. Yes, 3 raises.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 1, 2. Yeah, 3. Okay, cool. So you got 3 out of 3 for James. Prowler, what do you want to roll? You're rolling blunt attacks?
Yeah, brawn and weaponry.
Mm-hmm. I would accept that. Go ahead and make... you get a bonus dice since it's the first time you're rolling it.
And an extra roll because it's at 3, right?
You get a reroll because it's at 3.
A reroll. Sorry, not an extra.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hit that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Okay.
It was rolled into a 3.
So you got 1, 2, 3. I'm counting 3. Oh, wait, hang on, hold on. You might be able to work that better. So 1, yeah, 2,
9 plus 3. 8 plus 3.
3. Yeah, I'm counting 3.
8 plus 6.
Yeah. I think.
Did you take the bonus dice because of your first attempt of the roll for the
you did.
first time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm counting 3 there, but that's all I got. Yeah, you cool with that?
3. Yeah.
All right.
No, because it's 15.
Oh yeah,
Good
15.
point. I'm going to redo that. I'm going to redo my one as well.
Yes.
So okay, so 10 plus 4 plus 1 is 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. 2 raises for me then.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah, that would be 2 for me, I believe.
All right. And AP.
I'm rolling weaponry.
Weaponry and whatever, either
finesse.
brawn or finesse, for your choice. Yeah.
So I have the legendary trait, so one of my dice becomes a 10 automatically.
Okay.
And I have an extra die on top of my normal extra die because I'm fighting with a cutlass.
Oh, you get that cutlass perk as well? Okay,
Yes.
so I mean, we could just always make your cutlass die a 10, right? By the sounds of things.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that works. So it looks like I have
So you have 1 10 and then you have another 10. Remember, you need to get to 15 to get a single raise.
Yep. So
10,
8 and 7 is 15. 10 and 6 is 1. 4, 3, 10 is so I got 3 with 2 1s left over.
Oh no, one of your 1s is a 4. So.
Okay, so I have 3 with 1 1 left over.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll buy one of your ones there, Arthur. So you get an extra
I don't know what that means.
You get an extra hero point.
Okay, good.
And
excellent.
We can't record hero points
Oh, it
anymore.
still doesn't fix itself? Yeah. Okay, we'll just make a note somewhere.
That's fine. I'll be spending mine immediately, so no problem.
You also get 1 at the start of every session, by the way. So you should always have 1.
Right, so I have 1 plus 1 now.
Yes, you have 2 now, yeah.
Yep, don't worry. I'll be spending the 1 pretty quickly.
And I'm going to then update my number of thingies. All right. Okay. Cool. Well, we will get some rolls for the dudes now. Okay, so let's see. So Penn and P, he's going to roll his dice. Now, I want to point this out. I roll as many dice as I want to, regardless of what his actual level is. So if this guy's like, let's say he's like,
you can do less than, you can't do more than though.
Yes, that's right. Yes. So if he's like level 20, for example, if I wanted to, I could roll 20 dice, or I could roll 10 dice if I wanted to. And that's specifically there to hide his power level, as it were. And villains in this system are intended to be reoccurring, if that makes any sense. So, shit, boys.
Samosa was supposed to be reoccurring.
Yeah, but you had magical gunpowder, so.
I don't think it was magical. I got it on the island that was before all the magic.
And they were empty. And then you filled 3 of them
I
up
guess,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Shame he's only got... It's still 3 raises, though.
Yeah, still only 3 raises, yeah. That's the way the cookie crumbles, though. All right, so right now, the order is Penn and P goes first, followed by AP, followed by Prowler and James. You two can pick wherever you want. So Penn and P is going to go first, and he's going to issue the command for the cannons to launch. Which, in this case, in terms of consequences, cannons were going to go at 1, but now he's given the issue, and it's going to bump it up to 2, basically. So, Arthur, if you want to, you have to basically do something to stop the cannons from going off before that happens. Otherwise, the moment you spend 1 raise, the cannons will go off.
Okay.
Opportunities. Obviously, right now their hold is probably filled with merchants' goods. So if you wanted to take advantage of that and take them, you probably could.
Let me ask a question. Can we go take that stuff if we win?
Absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
unless they drive away, right? Like, or unless you sink them.
Right, but I want to be on their ship murdering
we don't
them.
have a means
I want to be in
sink
their
them.
base killing their dudes. So if they sail away, I'm going with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good luck. All right, so what are you guys doing with your brutes? You have 2 groups of 5. Where do you want to put them? You can have 5 go over with you, Arthur, for example, and 5 stay on the ship to help drive it.
Oh, I mean, don't leave me in command of brutes at all. I don't know enough about the system, and also I'm not in charge of them.
Oh, well, you give them one command and they do it.
I'll leave it to my more experienced comrades.
Okay. Here's how basically it works, right? They have a group of 10 and a group of 5, right, on their side.
Sure.
Not reducing their numbers means that they literally just do that much damage. They do 1 damage per brute in their group to a person. Okay. And a group will attack 1 person. So if you put a brute group against a brute group, they'll just
annihilate each other. Got it.
Yeah. So that's basically how that works. But if, for example, brutes will always go last. They will always be the last person to act in the entire round. If there are some left and they attack you, you are just going to take that much damage. That's essentially how that works. So your idea is to remove the brutes from the group, because they are literally 1-for-1 damage. You do 1 damage, they lose 1 brute, basically. So with that in mind, did you want to change the way that you were approaching this?
Nope.
All right, cool. No brutes. All right, then. So, Arthur, it is your turn.
Okay, great. I'm going to jump over there and start stabbing Penelope in his big dumb stomach.
Okay, yeah. He's got I imagine he's got a admiral blazer on, and it's got buttons on it and shit, like gold buttons that you could cut off and boom. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump over there and with the cutlass and be like, listen, I really don't want to have to do this, but you've kind of pushed me to this point. So, I'm sorry. And if there's a god, say hello.
All right.
And I want to use a slash maneuver in order to deal 3 wounds.
Yeah, so that's 1 raise for doing 3 wounds because your weapon is at 3, yeah? That's how that works? Okay. And you can't follow up with that next turn, so that's fine. All right. 3 wounds. Yeah.
I also want to activate my virtue at the same time.
Remind me what that is.
My virtue is the Emperor. Whenever I spend a hero point on the Emperor, all the other players get a hero point in return.
What?
Wait, so say that again. Whenever you spend
a hero point, and the rest of the party gets a hero point.
What are you spending? What are you spending your hero point on?
Activating my virtue.
Oh, so your virtue actually costs a hero point?
My virtue costs a hero point, and the rest of the party each gets a hero point as I'm doing it.
Oh, that's actually interesting. I did not know
that's why it's called the Emperor.
Yeah, okay.
So I probably jump over there, and while I'm fighting Penelope, I'm like, come on, boys. Let's be like hungry wolves. Sea wolves or something,
Sea wolves. Yeah, that's probably
I didn't really... Wolves. Hungry wolves looks better, when I'm killing people in a back alley or a tavern way or something like that. I don't normally fight. I see that. Just get over here.
So I'm trying to... Where is that on the actual...
So when you activate a virtue, does it not always cost a hero point?
That's what I'm trying to find. Arcana, that's what we're looking for. All right.
I thought that was the reason for hero points.
Activate your virtue. The GM gives a hero point to all other heroes in this scene. That is the description of my virtue.
Mm-hmm. You may only activate your virtue once per session. Activating virtue has no cost, but it may require certain circumstances, meeting a character, another hero taking a wound, etc. You may only activate your hero's hubris once per session. Activating your hubris gives a hero point. Okay, so that's different. So you picked what was it?
The Emperor.
The Emperor. And you picked one from a different one as well? What's your hubris?
The Tower.
The Tower, okay. Activate you. Okay, so it doesn't cost you a hero point.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody just gets a hero point then.
Everyone gets a hero point. I thought it so your virtue is commanding. So essentially you'd be like, I guess, issuing a command or some degree.
I told people to come fight like hungry wolves.
Sorry to be a pain. Can we take a short break? 'Cause I need to use the bathroom desperately, and I could really do with another coffee.
All right, then. That's fine. Yeah, I was going to take a break pretty soon, but yeah, we can do one now.
Just before we jump into the combat.
Yeah, sure.
That, you know.
Many thanks to our Patreon supporters for this week's episode. Head on over to patreon.com/Henley to support the growth of Die Party. Yeah, so we had a quick discussion about virtues and stuff. So virtues don't cost anything. However, they have a limitation of being used once per session. So they're especially strong in a session that only lasts 4 hours. So yeah, Arthur, do you ever run into that problem where like sometimes you read a mechanic in a book and you're just like, I feel like that was intended for normal games, where normal games last like 8 hours. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's not a normal set. I disagree. Most sessions I've ever played only last 4 hours. Only when I was a kid was I doing like stupid long sessions.
I mean that's a classic D&D thing, right? It used to be you would get together and game Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday with your bros once a month. There's still people who do that. For instance, the people who run the Imperial All Guardsmen Party, which is a Warhammer 40k actual play that they do text write-ups. They literally have one person who spends their whole time writing down everything that happens while like 12 of them play Warhammer 40k all weekend long. It's
wow,
dope.
Fuck that. That sounds like a terrible job.
No, it's oh my god, they're so fucking funny. It's great.
All right, so combat happens. Now, Prowler, did you want to use that virtue of yours?
Well, the question is, can I stop the cannons from firing if I do?
I don't know. You tell me how you stop the cannons from firing, brother. Keep in mind, these are like under the deck sort of cannons, you know?
Oh yeah, that's where I'd be jumping down towards. I see them poking out. I'm gonna jump down and kind of grab one and stick an oar and shove it in some guy's throat, and then climb my way in and see if I can get the other guy too.
One raise, one action, man. You know how the system works.
Yeah. And movement is
unless it is risky, it does not require a raise.
All right. So
unless you are doing something risky, I mean, you are not connected to the ship anymore, right? So you tell me how you're getting across. Risk would involve you getting hurt from doing said thing. So.
All right. So Rapier spent a point to get across to the other ship, or no?
I don't think I had to spend anything to get over.
No.
I just jumped over.
You just jumped over.
All right. So can I just jump over and then?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. You know what? I'll add another consequence here because that's actually pretty cool. At 1, the ship will be too far apart for you to make a safe jump. Yeah.
Okay.
So when it gets down to 1 raise, it'll be too far for you to jump back safely. You have to, in the drink basically.
Yep. In that case, I will.
How do you spend your raise then? What are you doing? So you'd need to do damage to the group of 5 that are manning the cannons, basically. And once all 5 of those crew members are dead, the cannons will cease. So you could spend all 2 of your raises doing 2 damage to the 5. There'll be 3 cannons left to fire, though.
And they wouldn't be. I wouldn't have draw their aggro.
No, they're firing the cannons.
All right.
But you can spend both your raises at the same time.
Jump across and.
Do you jump into the little cannon hole that opens up, sort of thing? Like how do you do it? So.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna jump across and I'm actually kind of, man, I'm kind of mad at Penelope. So I think my oar has his name written on it.
So you're going to leave the cannons to fire on your ship?
Yep.
All right, then.
So I will take 2 points of paddling this guy.
All right, so you're going to spend both of your points hacking and sacking?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so basically, he's like, doing sword fights, he's not as good sword fighter as what your rapier is, obviously, but he's, parrying blows, getting hit, sort of thing. You guys are actually having a proper sword fight. It's not just, D&D, walk up, hit a dude, right? It's like an extended sword fight action. You just roll up on him and just fucking wail on his back with this fucking paddle, though.
Just like, fuck your, fancy fighting. I don't care. It's nice that you're having a duel, but I don't wanna lose this fight.
I don't wanna. All right. So
right in the back.
5 cannons open fire simultaneous. Oh, I guess they would be split. They wouldn't have all 5 on one side. So let's say 3 cannons open fire. There's probably 3 on each side. I'm happy with that. That's fine. 3 cannons open fire. And they hit your poor ship, the skimming stone. I don't know what cannons actually do damage-wise.
Better change its name to the Sinking Stone.
Let's see. Ship battles. Let's take a look here. So here's you can so going aloft is one maneuver you can do, James, to get out of range of the ship.
What can I do? Sorry.
So fire the cannons. So there's.
Hey, what page you on?
254. There's new approaches here. So fire the cannons, which was this. Heroes can fire the cannons at the enemy ship, hoping to damage it enough to sink it, or first force her to surrender, or cripple her enough to do the boring action. Firing a ship's cannons can be a brawn risk. They're pretty damn heavy, even when on wheels, or a wits risk, angling right. Okay. It doesn't tell me how much damage they do though, but I imagine it's just the same as shooting. With your razors. So I'm gonna say that they do 3 damage to your ship. So the skimming stone has 2 HP left of the first 5 before it's gonna take a permanent damage. What do they call dramatic?
Saints, consequences and opportunities. Most times the consequences of engaging an enemy ship are wounds from cannons, but your own ship can take hits and critical hits.
Mm-hmm.
Equivalent of hero wounds and dramatic wounds. You can spend razors to prevent those. So you can spend razors to prevent them. How much damage is it doing?
3.
Can I spend... How many razors did I get? 2 or did I get
you got
2?
2. Mm-hmm.
Can I spend 2 razors to reduce it just to 1 damage?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, like, how do you do that then?
I guess I sort of spin the ship so it's all like so it's directly facing them.
And then it just takes one in the front.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm happy for that to happen. So you spend 2 razors, and you lose all of your razors to do just that. And the ship is now at 4 or 5 health. Cool. I like it. Good job. So now we go back to Penn and P. And he will spend his raise to... He's going to do 2 damage to AP.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Do I go after him?
Mm-hmm.
All
well,
right,
you and Prylor can decide who goes next.
I'd appreciate if you let me go first, Prylor.
Because you got that rebuke.
I'm actually going to use something that I should have used last time, but I didn't. Last time I parried, but instead, I'm going to riposte this time, which prevents 3 wounds and then deals 3 wounds back.
And that costs what?
1 raise.
1 raise?
I can only use it once a round.
Okay, so you can't use it anymore, and that's fine.
Well, not until we roll dice again.
Sure.
Yep. So yeah, he comes in and at me, and I'm ching, and then I'm like, ah, repulse. Ah!
So you do 3 damage
him
back,
on the cheek.
right?
Yep, and I take no damage.
Wait, do you only prevent the damage that he does, and then you repose that damage back to him, or is it up to 3 damage?
No, when you perform a post, prevent a number of wounds equal to your ranks of weaponry, and deal a number of wounds equal to your rank in weaponry.
Okay, so yeah, all right, that makes sense.
So I deal 3 back.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The beauty of having a fucking
I was gonna say duelists are fucking cool.
Yeah, we never got into a fight in this system, but Ricardo had the same skill that Arthur does, which is to say you can flourish a cape and literally like
block damage. Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
So I'm probably just gonna be like, listen, mate, this is not going to go well for you. You're going to die. Probably both our crew's gonna die, and then we're gonna take your ship and sail away. I wish you'd surrender, but
you say that now, but there is literally 15 men that are gonna drop kick your ass in about 2 seconds.
I'm hoping some of our men will come over and maybe prevent some drop kicking.
You didn't tell them to do shit. They're on the ship.
But that's what my allies are for. Listen, I'm not in charge of these people. I'm a contractor.
Prilo, you have 1 turn before the ships part to a degree where the men can't make it over.
So what do you spend a raise to yell at them to get over?
Pretty much, yeah.
I guess I would spend that raise to, I don't know, get over here, lads. We're taking this ship.
How many? You've got 10 soldiers.
I want all of them, dude.
You want a group of 10?
I want all of them, yeah.
You want one group of 10?
Or no, can I get them? Can I split them up?
So here's what happens when you split them up, right? They're gonna roll, and they're gonna roll against someone else, right?
Problem is, Prilo, if you take them all, there's no one manning the ship I'm on, so I'm just gonna be scuppered.
Mm-hmm. You won't be able to
scrap
do anything.
Your ship. We need to just steal their ship. Okay, this is Grand Theft Auto right here.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking.
Fuck you! Come to us. Come to us, Stone.
I've spent all my raises.
Oh shit! Goodbye, Stone. You want to split it 5 and 5 then?
I guess.
Leave enough people to help repair the ship.
It's not repairing the ship; it's manning the ship.
Manning it.
Sure, manning the ship. But I mean, you know, in the best universe, they'll send some of their men, Red Rover, over to our ship, and then, well, I guess in that, look, Stone, it's going to be rough, but do your best.
Well, I guess only 5 of you get over here.
All right, 5. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So a group of 5, you know, they're eager. They're like, heed the call. And like, maybe there's like 2 of them like competing to get into the group that jumps over, right? And he like, one of them pushes the other guy back and goes, ha, and jumps over, right? And and the guy's like, oh man, there's 5 already.
I'd be like, get below deck and stop those cannons from firing. If I could tell them to do that.
If I could turn back time. Yep, go for it. Done. However, the cannon, the ship is part now, right? The ridge is too far. Actually, no, you didn't have any raises, my man. You used both your raises beating the fuck out of that dude.
That's right. I spent 2.
Yeah. You couldn't do it.
Okay, I thought you
Nope.
I thought you only did 1. That's why.
No.
Okay.
You couldn't bring those dudes over. There's still 10 dudes on the ship on the skimming stone. So
Rapier.
Mm-hmm. Rapier, you've got
1 raise left.
You got 1 raise left, and the ship's too far away to call over your men.
All right. Well, that's real tough for me. I am going to spend my last raise to use Matador's Flourish.
Okay.
Which prevents a number of wounds equal to my ranks in athletics. So as I'm assuming all 15 of these bad dudes are charging
Probably
towards
10,
me,
actually.
I'm going to be like, hoo-ha, 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 hoo-ha.
What's your athletics right now?
That's a great question. I don't know. Let me look it up. My athletics is 3, so I'm going to prevent 3 incoming wounds.
You prevent 3 incoming wounds. Okay.
Yep. Because I assume they're about to beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, like you guessed, men crawl out of every capable orifice of this ship. There's a guy in a barrel who pops out. He's like, bah! You know, he's got like
I know what it's like, brother, having to jump out of a barrel.
He has a sword in his mouth and like 2 swords in his hand, and
I didn't get a fucking sword when that happened to me.
And a sword down his shirt. You know, he's like, argh!
This is ridiculous.
They call him Swordman Bob.
Nice.
I don't know. Anyway, 10 dudes wallop your ass, leaving you with how much? 3, you said you can take?
So I take 7 wounds.
You take 7 wounds.
So walk me through this death spiral bullshit. Does that mean I end up taking 6 wounds and then 1 like dramatic wound?
Okay, so let's take a look at your dramatic wounds right now. So you take 4 wounds, right?
Yep.
And the 5th one is a dramatic wound.
Yep.
Right? And then you take 4 more, and then you take 3 more wounds.
Two more?
2 more. Yeah, 6, 7.
Yeah. So I take 6 and 1 dramatic. All right. Well, now I get more dice.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1 dramatic wound helps you actually.
Yeah, 1 dramatic wound helps you, but you can't heal a dramatic wound.
That's fine.
How
do you get rid of it?
Doctors.
Rest,
etc.
Well, let me get done killing Penelope and slaughtering all these dudes, and I'll get back on it.
So yeah, basically, if you have the right circumstances, and you rest for a week, you heal 1 dramatic wound.
Speaking of circumstances, I just want to be clear here. I am now alone on a ship with 15 dudes plus a boss.
I'm there.
Okay, you're here too.
Yeah.
All right, so
everyone just doesn't like you for some reason.
I mean,
fancy. Kill him.
It's fine. It's fine. No,
this guy is literally cutting
I feel
up...
better knowing that there's a second person here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say, you sure don't want to bring dudes with you? And you're like, no, I'm a duelist.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, mate.
Okay. So, all right. So then the other group of cannon men fire. So they fire once more. James, the ship is going to take 3
How are
wounds.
they firing us?
What was that?
They're firing again?
How are they firing again?
It's their turn to fire.
All right, so there's no reload on cannons.
Not really, no. They just take their turn to do it. Basically, what happened was there was a consequence for them having... Like, imagine the cannons were already loaded and ready to go when they rolled up on you dudes, right? So that first round of consequences that you failed to pay off or, deal with before it happened, that was going to happen at 1, but he raised it to 2 by telling them to fire the cannons. They fired the cannons. They spent time reloading it, and then when their turn rolled around, the brutes get to act and shoot, basically.
Okay. Nothing I can do. I've spent all my raises to help the ship.
Mm-hmm. So the ship is going to take 3 wounds right now, putting you down to 1 of 5 before you take the first dramatic wound. Now, if you take a dramatic wound on a ship, you do get a bonus on whatever rolls you make with it, much like anything else. So think of it like that. It adds character. But you've also got, so James, you've also got the ability to get in close next round and dump 10 dudes onto this ship to help out the fight, right? Like, you can do all that sort of stuff, but you just have to get the ship close. So let's now go into round 2. So who would like to state their approach?
I'm going to aggressively ram this fucking... Well, not ram, but just collide
I'm going
with the
to
ship.
destroy both of the ships, GM.
I just want to fucking catch it.
I mean, to be fair, it's something. It sounds
Yeah,
like something
probably
Stone
over here,
would
just like,
do.
Stone, you gotta keep up with us, mate. Fast and the Furious 3, mate, right here.
I want to fucking just catch them. Catch them and jump over, I guess.
So you're just gonna collide the ship into it and like just jump over. right.
Yeah.
I love it.
10 men.
I love it. All right, so so here's what you need to do. You would need to
Is that a brawn roll?
yeah, sure, fuck it, man. I would take that. So let's see. The boat.
I guess it wouldn't be. No, would it be maneuver and speed? Because I'm trying to catch them.
AP, you gave us both hero points, right?
Yes.
The heroes can use brawn to pull the ship up to another ship, or use finesse to leap from a yard arm to yard arm, or panache to take command of the boarding crew. So you would either be able to command the crew with panache, or how do you want to do it? Because you can. It says you can use brawn. You can use finesse or panache.
Brawn would probably be the best thing because that's my highest skill. But
I'd accept brawn sailing if you want.
I guess though, realistically, it would be panache because I'm trying to get the crew to help get the ship up on speed. So realistically, it's going to be sailing panache.
And telling the crew to do something wouldn't be outside of your approach either. So you can command the crew with all your actions and be fine. So, all right. Okay. So you're going to be.
Is it still 15, or is it the round, or is it the actual scene entire?
What do you mean?
For 15s.
I'm going to be spending another one on this one. So
to make it 15 again.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. That is why I bought one off of you, AP. In case you were wondering. So
I'm going to spend a hero point on Prylord to give him 3 dice. Can you give me 3 dice, please, Prylord?
How are you helping? How are you helping with him?
Because I'm gaining speed. Oh, right then. Okay. Right then. I'll just do it by myself. Okay, so I need to do 15 again.
No, mate. I'll tell you what. I will spend one of my 2 hero points to encourage Stone for sure.
This
Stone,
represents...
come save me! Save me, Stone! This is really bad. I'm dying. I've never been hit this hard in my entire life.
This represents the first hero helping the second in some way, even if it's only moral support. So, hero can only accept help from one other hero at a time. So,
yep, I'll spend my hero point to give Stone 3 extra dice.
All right. So you're using panache, warfare, if you have it.
Warfare.
I mean, you are commanding a crew in the middle of a fight, so.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Wow. God damn.
Two raises there.
Yeah, 2 raises. Yeah, cool. All right, so 2 of 2, commanding the crew. All right, Pryla, what are you doing?
I guess I'd look over to Rapier and be like, now we got a proper fight. And I would give him 3 extra dice as well.
I'll spend my hero point to also give you 3 extra dice and be like, stand back to back with me. This is the best way to do this.
How do you activate?
Okay.
Shit! I just pressed the wrong fucking button.
What are you trying to do?
Ignore that. I'm tired.
What are you trying to do, Jim?
Confused. I've got my
hubris.
Is you receive a hero point when your hero goes back for a fallen comrade or refuse to leave a wounded ally.
Sure.
Is that coming into play, or is it not coming into play?
Well, I mean, imagine Indiana Jones getting his hat before the door closes.
Yeah.
That's what this is. When you're not escaping. If you said last time that I turned the ship to escape, right? That'd be one thing. Because you're not technically leaving them behind. You're still within the combat. If you were to have ran away, then remember that you can't leave a member behind. That's how you get a hero point from that.
Okay.
Having broken my oar on that guy's back, I left with just a,
sharp stick.
Yes. I will resort to, kind of bar fighting and use brawn brawl.
All right. Well, you used.
I used
that-
brawn already, so
Yep.
I don't get a extra die.
Yep, but you get a reroll, yeah.
Yes.
And are you two circle jerking each other? You are, right?
Yes.
So,
I'll
AP,
get
Why,
plus
why you
three
got to
after.
play it like that, brother? Why
I
you
mean-
got to play it like that?
I mean, if there was a circle of dudes helping each other to get extra dice, it would look like that. So, you know.
well, you know what? I really don't want to die, and I don't think anybody else does either. So we're just gonna keep
Oh, look,
stacking points.
I'm just gonna call it like I sees it, man.
All right.
You know, salt water
you're
leaves
being
is a bit
supportive.
chafing, so you know.
Circle jerk.
Yeah.
There.
So, all right. So make sure you get your 3 extra dice when you roll this too. So there's a button at the top there you can just press for 3 extra dice. So, so you get your reroll. So just roll it then, and then just hit the +3.
Sorry about this. I've just got to say this. Today is a good day to die. Ramming speed.
Ramming speed. All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3,
That's pretty good
4,
chunky dice. So
5. 5?
let me count. So 1. Remember, you got to make 15s.
Shit. Yeah, that's right. Fuck.
So 2, 3, 4. I'm counting 4. Because you got 8, 9. You got 5 and 10. You got 8, 9, 1. Oh no, sorry. You got 8 and 9 for 2. Then you got
You
10,
got
4, 1 for 3. Then you've got 10 and 8 for 4, with a 4 left over.
Yeah, I was left with 4 as well.
I am going to buy that off of you, sir.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy that off of you.
So I get another hero point.
Yeah.
Or- Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. AP.
Yep. I'm gonna keep stabbing people to death. That's my plan.
So you're gonna sword and board, or just
Oh yeah.
sword?
Well, I don't have a board,
Okay.
but if someone has a surfboard, I'll take it.
So finesse weaponry, I guess.
Yep.
So
and
you
I
get
get my-
1 extra for being a sword finesse
Yep.
user, and the second one for using a rapier, right? Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I
one
don't
of
get
one of
the
your
one
dice
for
is-
using weaponry
yeah.
for the first time. So
Oh, for the
what I'll be
first time?
rolling is
Okay.
correct. And then whatever my lowest die is becomes a 10 because of my legendariness.
Is that how it works,
Right.
or do you just?
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
have
sure you
legendary
set one.
traits, so one of my rolls automatically becomes a 10.
I thought it was you set a dice aside, and that is a
Yeah,
10.
so how do you want me to do that?
What we'll do is we'll pick the very last dice, whatever the number is.
Okay,
And it'll be a
alright.
10. Yeah. That way it's just easier.
And I roll +3 on this as well, so.
Yes.
Cool.
So there's a
my
+3 at the
last
top
die
there.
is an 8.
Yep. So that would be a
becomes
10.
10. All right, and I still have to form packs of 15s. 7 and 8 is 15. 9, 1, 4, 1 is 15. 10, 3, and 4 is
Actually, that
15.
1 would be a 6, but yeah.
Because
of the reroll.
Sure, and then 8 and 8 is 16. So I think I have 4.
Yeah, I'm
1,
counting 4 too as well.
2, 3, 4 with no dice left over.
All right. Cool. And Penn and Pete, he's going to roll. Okay. So
That's a lot of
1,
dice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again.
Oh my fucking god. Well, we're dead.
Yeah, 6. All right. Oh yeah, you get an extra bonus die because you're injured, Arthur.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I get a bonus dice as well because of
Is there-
fucking
You're injured.
because of the ship's injury. Not that I think that would help.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I have a leftover 3. Doesn't really matter.
All right. So
Hang on.
you
Do I
might,
have
you
anything
might,
left?
yeah, you can recalculate that if you want.
I'm so okay. Just bear with me. So 3. 10 plus 5 is 15. 8 plus 8 is 16. So that's 2. 8 plus 3. No.
All right. Okay then. Well, you guys. Now, do you want to activate your hubris, your virtue, Prowler? Because this guy's got a 6, so if you want to do something, you can go first.
I don't think I have anything to do.
Okay, sure.
So no.
All right. Well, Penn and P, he is going to make his maneuver. He is going to. So you can riposte and all that shit. Yeah, he's gonna drop 6 damage on AP. You know, I like the idea that there's a dog pile on you and you're just like trying to get all these dudes off, and he's just grabbing them by the back of the necks, pulling them off. He sees you on the ground. He's like, aha! And he just like stabs you while you're on your back for 6.
That sucks.
Yeah. What would you like to do? Because you can spend your
I'm gonna riposte again. If I'm up next.
I mean, yeah, you're within there.
I'll block 3 wounds.
You can also spend raises to block additional wounds as well. Like if you just wanted to, say, block an additional wound and then leave 1 open.
No, I'm good.
Yeah?
I'll riposte, so I'll block 3 wounds. That'll give me my 2nd traumatic wound. And then
shit, already? Holy fuck, really?
Yep, and I counterattack for 3 wounds.
That's next turn.
Well, when I riposte it blocks 3 and then deals 3
right.
back.
What's the other one? Parry.
Parry just blocks wounds.
Right, okay. And
That's
you
all
can,
it does.
when can you use, wait,
You can only use riposte once a round, so I can't spam it.
Got it, yep. Makes sense.
So yeah, he probably hits me pretty hard, and I'm like, fuck, I haven't been hit that hard in a while. Ha!
Yeah.
Riposte!
And you, I like the idea that he stabbed you for a dramatic wound, then you just stab him for a dramatic wound as well, and it's like, and you both are just in there just like, you're a true enemy of mine. What did you say your name was again?
The name's Rapier Lawrence. Take it to hell with you, bastard. Not that I believe in hell.
And mine is Penn and Pete. Don't forget it, or I'll come after you once more.
No, I had to correct my crew members on this twice already. I literally defended the honor of your name, okay? You're a real asshole, you know that? I hate you.
I think you'll be a good rival, sir. And
You'll be dead!
And he like steps back a little bit and he holds his stomach where you stabbed him. And this is what villains are, guys. They're supposed to come back and haunt you and stuff. So, all right. So that was 1 raise from you.
That was 1 raise from me, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Listen, I need this super efficient combat style to survive this shit, Dave. I'm literally dying over here.
Okay. So. All right. Who would like to? Prello, you're next. Now you can use blunt attacks. That is the only thing that you can do within your approach.
Yes.
So, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, is brawl just blunt? I mean, I imagine it'd be like bar brawling where you're using like, because
I said your approach. I've written down your approach is blunt attacks. So things without a point or a edge. I assume.
I quickly whittle off the edge of the sharp.
Oh, you can swing it like a baseball bat, man. You don't have to whittle it off.
Nah. I was. All right. So what I do is, I see the dude with all the swords. He squares off.
Oh yeah. What did I fucking call it?
I'm
Sword
just
man
going to
Bob?
show you something. Just going to show you something.
There you go.
That's a good
Fighter.
one.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. You have that?
Yes.
I do not. Yeah.
No, Stone has it.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm stuck on the boat.
Beep,
A
beep.
plank of
Oh,
wood
motherfucker.
or some other improvised weapon.
I'm on a motherfucking boat.
All right. So I will sock him in the jaw,
Mm-hmm.
pick him up, and use his body to shove 3 other people off the boat.
Okay, so you're going to spend 4 raises to kill 4 brutes.
4 raises, yeah, 4 brutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. So he's like, doing the Indiana Jones like sword fighting trick, and you're just like, oh, you just fucking whack him in the face, pick him up, and toss him like a rag doll. And 3 dudes like drop their weapons and catch him, and then we'll stumble back
And then
I'm
just behind it and and shove him. I like it.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay. Cool. So you do 4. So that leaves them. Hold up. I'll split these up. So. All right. So that leaves them with 6 brutes up on the board. Cool. All right. Okay. AP.
Yo. I would sure love to stab this guy in the stomach with the slash attack.
So how does the slashes work after a riposte? Is there any like method to that, or
Nope.
is it just
It's just 1 maneuver and ideal warfare worth of damage, so 3 more.
So I thought it was you couldn't use it after you use a maneuver, or is it like you can't use
No,
slash
the one there's you can't use the same maneuver twice in a row, and riposte and slash are 2 different maneuvers.
All right, that's cool. Yep, I knew there was something there. I just didn't remember what.
Yep,
it was,
yep.
so.
I can't just be like I slash 4 times in a row.
Cool. All right, so that will use 1 AP. Sorry, 1 raise.
Yeah. So how Rapier's gonna do this is he's gonna wait for Penelope to like look around. He's in the middle of monitor. He's like, "You'll be a worthy rival," and I'm like, "Look at that over there!" Ha!
I like the idea that this is turning into just some sort of Monkey Island type pirate adventure because we just had 3 pirates drop their swords in order to catch a flying pirate. So yeah, he like looks over there and he's
I
like,
want to cut off the right half of his well-oiled orange mustache in the process as well.
Okay. What is it with you guys and cutting off facial hair? Like,
oh, that's him. That's like his
me.
trademark,
That's
apparently.
And I want to be like, look on the deck. There's your mustache right there.
he goes bright red with embarrassment and anger. You can't tell. It's like a tomato. Like, how some Scottish people with like really pale skin, they get like that really hot
I know
flushes
nothing about that.
or whatever. Yeah, like he gets like that. Like it basically looks like clown makeup almost.
Hashtag wrecked.
Yeah. And James or AP?
If you got anything you want to do, James.
I've got 2 raises. I don't know what I can do.
You can.
What are my options?
Well, since you said you wanted to command the crew, you can drive the ship for 2 raises because it's outside of your approach, or you can command the crew to jump ship and swim over there for 1.
Could I not command the crew to, like 5 of the crew to command the ship to control the ship, and then the other 5, once they approach, jump over?
Yeah, you can do that. You can even split them up into like 3 and 7 if you wanted to do something like that. And that wouldn't be like you could leave 3 people.
I'm gonna do 5-5 just
5-5?
to make things easier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 5-5. So 1. What are you spending your first raise on? Because you spend a raise, and then it will be AP's turn. So which one?
First raise is to order 5 of the crew to take command of the ship
and drive it into what is the command exactly?
Yeah, drive it into their ship.
Crash into it, or get as close as you can.
Just get as close as they can.
Roger that. All right, well spent. So the ship starts maneuvering towards the other ship. AP, you see reinforcements coming.
Our reinforcements, right?
Yes,
Okay.
your reinforcements. Yeah.
Does this guy have any raises left?
No.
Like, can he still act this round? All right. So there's no reason for me to go on the defensive except on my last attack.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn, do you have any attacks left?
No.
All right.
Nope.
So there's no reason to set up for another attack for someone else either.
Now, the other thing that you can spend a raise on, Arthur, and I'm not sure if I told you this already, but you can create an opportunity.
Yeah, tell me more about this.
So creating opportunity is anything you would like. Like, for example, maybe you want to cut the mast down so that the people can come over without having to get closer. Or maybe you want to cut one of the nets down to like try and capture some of these men without hurting them and take them out of the fight. Or maybe you want to light a fuse that's on the deck, or create an opportunity to set up so that someone can light the fuse on the deck and blow up the cannons below so they can't do any more damage to the ship.
No, I want
coming
those
in.
fucking cannons. No, that last one is bad.
I'm just giving you like examples.
Yeah.
So basically what's going to happen is
so how many raises would I need to spend in order to
spend a
create
single raise to create
Okay.
an opportunity. Then you need to either spend another raise, or someone else in your party can spend a raise to take advantage of that opportunity.
Interesting. All right.
But it can literally be anything you want within context, and I have to agree to it, basically.
Okay. I would like to spend a single raise to create an opportunity along the lines of so they're gonna with what Stone is doing, the other ship is gonna pull up alongside us and the crew's gonna come over.
Yep.
I'd like to create an opportunity for those fellows by like cutting some rigging so that things will fall on the enemy crew when disturbed, right? Like I'm setting up a situation where someone can be like, haha, and like final boarding axe hits a rope and like a whole bunch of shit falls down.
Okay, so brutes can't take advantage of that. It has to be someone else with a raise.
Well, that's fine. I'll leave it for either me or Prowler next round.
Okay. So what, do you climb the rigging and start cutting something?
No, I feel like it's more
There's
while
probably like a
I'm
rope.
dueling.
There's
Yeah,
probably
while
like a
I'm
rope
dueling, I'm like
somewhere or
randomly
something?
cutting ropes and I'm like, I don't know how this
like-
works, but eventually something's going to fall down.
It's like the chandelier thing, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like you don't have to answer it. Like maybe you're doing like, you know, this Pen and P's chasing you around with a sword, and you're like putting ropes between you and him, and he's like cutting them, and then you're like backhanding cutting another one, and
Yep.
like, but
Yep.
all in all, like the camera zooms into this netting up top, like maybe it's got like fish in it or some shit, and it's just like hanging there precariously, you know, just rocking back and forth, and like there's like 4 or 5 ropes holding it up or some shit for fuck knows whatever reason, and you're cutting all these ropes, and there's one rope left to cut for it to drop on people, or maybe even Penelope, you know, like that's an opportunity. So that's cool. And you have 1 AP left.
I'm gonna spend it to activate my Torres style Matador's flourish with my cape.
Cool.
And I'm gonna do like some weird ass Hatsune Miku long sleeve dancing. So I'm literally just gonna spin around in a circle, waving my cape around, just be like, "You can't hit me now! Ha! Look at my amazing duelist style, Hungry Wolf."
And some of the guys are like, I've never seen something like that before. I
It
don't
took
know how to hit
years
it.
to meet a master running around in a circle while flailing my cape.
I've never seen a man run in circles before. I don't know how to hit him with a sword now.
Excellent.
And James, you got 1 raise left?
Yeah, so I'll order. So as we draw closer, I will order the crew, the 5 crew across. Get over there, lads. Let's give them a good kick, bloody nose or whatever.
Kick bloody nose, and they're just like, hi!
Rapier's gonna turn to Bjorn and be like, "Is that Stone's secret technique? Kick bloody nose."
It's the first I've ever heard of it.
I see.
All right.
It's so super secret.
I like punching heads off.
Next round, gentlemen.
He does.
What's your approaches?
I'm fucking going in rage. I'm raging. I'm gonna go in and fucking just start fucking throwing bad guys off the fucking deck, including that Ponzi Captain English bloke. He's going in the drink. That's my.
You're gonna charge him and just like try and push him off?
I'm just gonna charge him, grab him, and just throw him overboard with all my might.
All right. So you are going to be, I guess, bruising, tackling,
yes.
tackling,
Brawl.
brawling.
More
All right.
brawl. Yeah.
Brawling. All right. Give me a brawling roll. This will be brawl / what's the other one? Warfare? No, not
Brawn.
warfare. Brawn and Maybe athletics or brawl. I'll let you decide which one you want.
I'm going to go for brawl because that's the best I've got.
All
It's
right,
my best
and
skill.
what is that level?
It is 4.
So that will give you at 15. So I'm also, just so you know, I'm spending another thing to make it 15.
Okay.
You'll need to get to 20 in order to get 2.
Okay.
But, same deal. 5 extra under a stuff, and you'll get what you want, basically. Hey, look at that. You got a 20 right there.
So
And you got a
7
bonus.
place-
You got 3 10s out of that. That's
So the 7 out of... So hang on. So the 7 replaces the 3.
Yep.
Sorry. So that's 10. So that's 3. No. 20 is 2 raises. 10 plus...
The 5 is 2 raises. As 1 raise.
No, because I need 20, remember? You said. Not 15.
Yeah. So the 10 and the 5 is 1 raise, but you can make that a 2 raises by putting a 6 into it.
Right.
And then you got 8 and 6, which is 15.
Yeah.
No, that's 14.
So that's one.
Sorry. Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's 14.
Sorry. This is. You can tell I'm getting tired now. So hang on. So the 3 10s. Ignore that. So
2
I need the
10s
20s.
is 20. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you've
I've
got
3 10.
and then you got 10 and 5, which is 15. Then you add a 6 to it, which is 21, which gives you 2 more, right? And then you've got 8, 6, and 7. So 7 and 7 is 14 plus 6 is 20. So you have 8 left over with 6 raises, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So 6 raises. And Prello?
So please tell me there's like a swivel gun on the deck. I don't want to use the swivel gun, but is there a swivel gun on the deck? I want to know if there's baseball
this is a
shot.
Well, okay. What are you going to use it for? You're going to fire it at someone?
No, I want to grab them and throw them at people.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, this is a merchant vessel, so I want to say no. They do have cannons because pirates and shit. I don't know. Would you say that? Let's make it known now. Would merchant vessels of this era carry additional weaponry other than cannons? Because if they do, it means they're going to be harder to pillage, right? Obviously. But let's make that decision now as a group.
What? Sorry.
The grape shots on the top of the ship. Would they have
grape
them?
shot? I thought grape shot goes down the normal cannons. I thought that's
but
what
like
they were.
a swivel gun that's on the deck that it's just used to take a smaller cannons or cannonballs about this big.
Yeah, used to take out the mast and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think would they?
I don't think merchant ships would, but if you make that decision now, then basically it's going to be standard issue on merchant ships. So.
All right.
I would have
say
said
anything other around this size that is good for throwing. That would be on this merchant ship.
Lemons.
Lemons. We want to kill fuckers with lemons.
So
he did offer oranges, so he's got oranges.
I mean, all ships generally have oranges and lemons and stuff, but yeah.
Except the English who had limes.
It's the same fucking shit.
That's why we called limeys. Allegedly.
So I'm going to say no then, if you're saying
okay.
no. But what would you like to do? What's your approach?
All right, then I got to switch my approach to...
Can you not pick up one of their swords?
I mean, 3 of them did drop a sword.
I mean, it's a guy, yeah. But oh, fuck that, man. I want to do something different, and where I'm going to
got to get that bonus die.
Start wrestling, and get people in.
Okay, so brawl,
guillotines, and choke them out. And I was going to say, could this be athletics?
Yeah. If you
athletics and brawn.
Sure, yeah, athletics and brawn. Bonus die. If you got,
Yeah.
what's your level on that? Let me take a look. Actually,
3.
3. So you get the reroll as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get the extra die.
Oh, I do get the extra die because it's yeah.
Yeah, because you haven't used athletics yet. So go ahead and roll that for me, please.
That's good. That's a fucking good roll, actually.
So you need to make
It's 4
15.
nines.
So.
I need to make 15, so.
Actually, it's only. Oh yeah, it's 4 9. So you take that 1 and make it a 9. Then yeah. So I guess 9 and 6 is 15. That's 1. 9 and 7.
He's got 4 raises.
15 is 1. 9 and 5 is not enough. 9, 5,
bollocks.
and 5 is enough for 1. Yeah, so you got 3 raises.
Yep.
Cool. And you're using wrestling. All right, AP. Surprising
my
everyone.
approach is to continue stabbing Penelope to death with a cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
Very aggressively, and possibly with a little bit of snark.
Ooh, we'll see how that snark goes for you, sir.
I mean, I've been pretty snarky so far. Not sarcastic, just, kind of spicy. I mean, I cut his mustache off,
Kind
man.
of spicy.
And then I made him look at it.
All right. So give me a finesse weaponry, I guess.
Yep.
Consistency is good, AP.
1,
yeah.
2.
So that 4, that 1 is a 4 now, but yeah.
Yeah, and that 10 is a 10.
Yeah. So you got 2 for the 5 and the 10s. Then you got an 8 and an 8, which is 3.
16. Yep. And then I got that 3 and a 1, which is nothing.
No, it's 3 and a 4, but yeah.
Sure. So I have 3.
3. All right. Cool. All right.
It's rough life.
Rough life. Yeah. And Pen and P is gonna roll his.
Has he considered fucking off and dying?
Ooh, that's pretty bad. He got 3. So that's pretty garbo.
That's a bad roll.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty garbo. That's like lower than average on all those.
Like by a lot.
Yeah, by a lot actually. Okay. So James, Mr. Brawl.
I want to run up, grab Penelope by the face and just or just smack him so hard that he just flies back. Just sort of like ragdolls over the edge of the thingy.
All right.
And just goes in the water.
I'm not sure how you overpower someone in this game, but I'm gonna say that you have to beat out how many raises he has. So you're gonna have to spend 4 raises to do that.
Okay.
Because he has 3 raises now. So
okay.
That cool? Because he's gonna basically every raise that you use, he's gonna spend a raise to not fall off, basically, right?
Okay.
So if that's what you want to do, then yeah, sure.
What?
Actually, hold up, real quick. He gets an extra D10 because of his.
When you spend a raise to create an opportunity, you can spend a second raise. If you do, you activate the opportunity on behalf of another willing hero. She doesn't need to spend her own raise. Is that? How do you create opportunities? I don't really understand what an opportunity is.
You spend a raise to create an opportunity that another hero can take advantage of. So in the case of AP, he created a hanging net that can be dropped at any point onto the group of brutes, essentially. But someone else has to spend a raise to activate that opportunity. So in your case, you would spend 2 raises, right? And you would activate it on someone else's behalf and create an opportunity. If that makes any sense.
Okay. I'm going to hold off for now.
Okay.
How many brute squads are left?
Well, here's the thing. If you knock off the person that there's paying them, it becomes a moot point, really. There's 6 and 5. A group of 6 and a group of 5. So you're going to have to spend 5 raises now because, I added 1 more dice to his roll for his dramatic injury. By the way, Arthur, you should probably roll another D because you got a dramatic injury. So.
Okay, I'll spend 5 raises to punch him over.
Does that help you at all, right, Arthur?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So you basically lock fingers with this dude, like you interlock like sumo wrestlers, right? And you start gaining ground, and he starts pushing you back. And every step you take, he gets pushed back, but it's like a push and pull sort of thing. And then eventually you bring him to the edge, and you just go, what do you say? Have a one-liner or something like that as you push him over?
What? Do I say what?
Do you have a one-liner that you want to say?
Hang on. Enjoy your drink, you stuck-up bastard.
Okay, fair enough. And you just bloop, push him over, and he goes, "Damn you, I'll get..." And he's in the water. And you see him, like, bobbing as the ship, like, you know, moves away from him. He's just in the water being like, "Damn you."
Say hey to the witch for me.
I mean, you guys are pretty close to shore, right? Like,
I know, I'm fucking with you.
yeah. So Penn and P has been removed from the fight. And now there is a group of brutes standing with their backs, swords out. They're just like, who's paying us now?
We are.
So there's kind of like a stalemate going on right now.
Have you considered surrendering?
Yeah, you could join our crew.
Well, listen, this is actually our ship. That he was paying us to rent it.
Oh.
All right, let me go back to the beginning. Have you considered surrendering? You guys stabbed me a bunch of times, and you've seen how badly I kicked his ass.
Look, you boarded our ship and stuff.
Yeah, you said you were going to kill us. Listen, one last chance. I'm going to murder all of you unless you surrender. This is a very nice ship, and I want it quite badly.
Okay, well...
And the camera pans over to Bjorn. He's got 2 oranges in his hand. He just crushes them.
Look at that grip strength.
But it's got like a rope between it that you've found, and you've tied them 2 together, and then like you're going to use it as a... whatever they call them, but then you just squash them instead. So, Arthur, this is outside of your approach.
Great.
So...
it costs an extra raise?
Yes, it costs 2 raises to attempt to convince these men to do that. However, this game is funny in that way, where you spending a raise is enough to actually make it happen.
Okay, I will spend both such raises to intimidate the fuck out of them into surrendering to me.
So they sort of look at it's like, what's the terms of the surrender then?
You will now address me as captain. I will run this boat, and we will go and find a doctor after you tell me everything. Stone, you look confused. You're still captain of the other boat, but this is now also my boat.
Yeah, but you don't know shit about, like, sailing.
I don't need to know how to sail. I just need to tell these men to sail for me.
Well,
Stone,
you just said,
I'm going to follow behind you.
You said like however many minutes ago that you don't really understand how to command people.
All right. You know what? The terms of the surrender are you surrender to Commodore Stone, okay?
Right, let's not give me ranks that I don't actually have.
Well, you know what? Someone needs to command the fucking vessel, okay?
All right.
It's either me or you.
Well, here's our rebuttal. One moment, and they all huddle in, and it's like, yeah, but we don't really have anyone paying us anymore. And it's like, we could just sell all the stuff in the gold. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that stuff. You reckon they'll buy it back? It's like, I don't fucking know. He look like 2 of them look over at you, and it's like, well, maybe we should ask him about it or something.
I've got an idea.
Hang on, one moment. I've got
an idea.
Hold
Stone,
up.
what's your idea?
Listen, this is the terms of the negotiation. You got to let us talk amongst ourselves.
Right. We're gonna go talk amongst ourselves now. Stone, what's your idea?
Well, my idea is if we could just couple that ship, because he's garbage. Let's be honest, and this is a proper ship.
I mean, we should, if we have 2 ships, we should keep 2 ships. But obviously, this ship is now the flagship.
Yeah, but that's crap. That's
Are you saying our ship's crap, or that this new ship is crap?
Well, our ship is crap. It's
Right,
got
that's
some cannon
fine.
holes in it.
Listen, we've been shipwrecked before, okay? We should
Yeah, I don't
always
wanna
have
do
a
it again.
reserve ship.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Okay,
we're gonna-
we are ready to negotiate with you.
All right. Yes,
Now.
what's your terms?
We here have all decided amongst ourselves now that,
Yep.
because this is technically our ship still,
Understood.
right? That
Yep.
we will take you into port and, with your help, sell the belongings of the former man that was on this ship, and you can have
Understood.
half of it.
Okay.
In
I
exchange,
don't like that part.
you can take your ship with you and half of our actual supplies as well, and then you be on your way.
I've got a better.
Those are the terms of our negotiation,
I've got a
sir.
bit.
And they like all of them, like one of them crosses his arms and he like shoulders another guy, and he like crosses
Stone's
his
gonna
arms.
start like creaking his back and sort of like rising up to his full height.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I've got a better idea.
And they just look at each other and it's like,
We have an island.
No, don't tell them about
Let's-
the island.
No. We have an island that you will be free to live upon, and to call your home. And you can work. You can work with us to help establish this island.
what's so special about this island? I've been to islands. I grew up on an island.
Well, let's just say that the soil is very fertile. The crops that grow there grow really fast, and
unlimited resources.
it will be a free port for pirates. You won't
I don't
have
like.
to live
No,
under.
wait. We never agreed to that last one.
You
That
won't
sounds
have to.
wrong.
You won't have to live under
We
the rule of
ain't-
tyranny.
We ain't no pirate. All right, I don't want to be hanging in no
I'm just going to
gallows.
point. I think what you,
You
just
did actually
there-
just attack us.
I think
out of nowhere.
what you just did there was technically piracy.
Yeah.
Well, catching
Actually,
whatever his
we
twat face.
were following orders of a man.
Right,
who
but you
hired
own this
It's
ship.
still piracy. Attempting to kill us at sea is in
Can I
fact
grab
piracy.
him and throw him overboard?
Which one?
I just want to intimidate. I'm going to try and intimidate them to fucking
Oh,
back
one
down.
moment, let us consider your alternate offer. And they turn back around into the little
So
huddle. and
Dave,
they just-
I like
Yeah.
to imagine that the whole time there are several crew members that are standing underneath the opportunity of like falling stuff that I created.
Oh, I
last
imagine
time.
their entire group is like,
All right,
like that's how
would
the
love to spend a
opportunity.
raise to just bring all that shit down right on top of.
Yeah,
it.
they turn back around. They're just like, oh, I like the idea of an
Our
island.
counter offer is
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they said that it has unlimited food on it. It's like, I don't believe them. It could just be terrible food like bananas. Well, you don't like bananas, Greg. It's like, no, bananas are gross. And then it's
Fuck
like,
you, Greg. No one likes you. I boarding axe the ropes.
and it's like, and it's like, all right, here's our alternative. A net filled with fish falls on top of them, and they all get stuck underneath this net. And they're not dead or nothing. It doesn't kill them, but they're all like just captured.
incapacitated.
All right, I want to go
Incapacitated
up
and-
and just start stabbing them in the throats while they're incapacitated. Just begin the executions. Just be
Oh
like,
man,
piracy,
you are a
Piracy.
brutal
Whoa.
man.
Whoa,
piracy.
Rapier, hold on. We can tie them up, possibly show them the island, and convince them to join us.
I don't know. We tried to convince them to listen. I want to
Would
say
you
I
believe
showed
what we
considerable
asked them?
restraint by not murdering them before,
I agree.
and
You're very
then
bloody-
they
you're
spit
very-
on my offer, and they didn't
we're
want to
gonna
call
need
Stone
people to
Commodore.
sail
It's
these
also worth
ships.
pointing out that this ship takes significantly more crew to man than your previous ship.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
So you would be running at a deficit if you tried to crew this ship with your current staff, basically.
All right,
That's the only thing that's worth pointing out. But you can
you
still kill
there
them.
who are all stuck underneath these fishnets. You get two choices. I stab you to death, in which case you are dead, or you pledge yourselves to serve the
So-
Sons of Eric or something.
So, okay, so this is my offer, all right?
God,
So
we sound like a cult.
we all get, so we'll head back to where we got this stuff. We'll sell it back to them, whatever, at a loss if it is, and then we'll split the booty between all of us evenly. So everyone gets their fair share, and then you're working for us.
So
those are the terms. So you either work for us or you die.
There's like a fish flopping around on top of the pile, and it's like, we humbly accept your offer.
Thank you. Excellent.
Hey, Stone, grab that side of the net. Try to get it off him.
I'll also help Bjorn.
Yeah, I'm grabbing one side. I'm not just telling you to do it. I'm helping, or like.
Are they fishermen? What is that?
They're like transport crew, right? They were transporting for this.
Yeah, basically they're just
information and some goods.
Well, no, that was that guy's work.
He was a merchant. They're just transport crew. All right. So anyway, we're claiming his stuff as prize for attacking us. You are now part of our crew. I am the captain of this particular ship. I would like a fancy hat. Does anyone on this ship own a fancy hat?
Hang on. Why are you getting this ship?
Well, because I'm the one who captured it.
Did you?
Yes, I literally captured it in several different ways,
How?
both physically and emotionally.
I threw the guy off the ship.
Yeah, but he wasn't the captain of the ship.
Yeah, but they all surrendered when I threw him off the ship.
I mean, it took them a while to surrender afterwards. And look, you're captain of the other ship. How many captains?
No, I'm not. That's Eric's ship.
But Eric isn't here. You're the current captain.
No, well, this is the better ship.
Yes, it is the better. Okay, you know what? I will be captain of the other ship for the rest
of the session. What you're doing.
And you can be captain. You don't have to know what you're... I'm going to follow you, okay? I'm going to tell the people on whichever ship I'm on to follow you, Stone. You can't make me not the captain. I literally worked very hard. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding out of several holes. I worked super hard for this, Stone. Don't take it from me.
Well, that's your own fault for jumping before we had a plan.
It was super awesome.
If you had a good defense, I thought you were good at,
I mean, there were a bunch of guys, okay? You have to fight different styles, when it's one-on-one or if it's a bunch of guys all at once,
I think I spent most of that trying to catch you, and I pretty much ended it straight away. I mean, next time perhaps I should go first.
All right, you know what, Stone? You know what? Next time you can jump over and I will direct the crew on the ship, and we'll see how that goes for you.
So, you guys, start going over your booty or whatever, right? And I'm still putting together like the whole size of the ship. So if you give me a second there, but this ship is called Fish and Chicks. I literally generated that name, and it's fucking perfect.
Awful.
It's fucking perfect for this crew, by the way. So it's called the Fish and Chicks. It's actually written on the boat, so you'd have to paint over it.
We are gonna fix that.
Yeah.
You can't, because the thing at the front of the ship is what carries its crew legend, right?
We don't really want their legend. We're gonna make our
It's
own.
fine. Look, it's a merchant vessel. We're gonna keep trading up. It's like you sell a pen on eBay and you end up with a Mazda, right? We're just gonna keep going until we wind up with a nice galleon.
I'm trying to find what's a good size one here.
While you're doing this, I'm going to quickly go use the bathroom, so I'll be a second.
Okay, so this is going to be... I'm tossing up between a brig and a brigantine. We're gonna go with a brig, I think. So this actually has rooms for cannons. It's outfitted with has a total space for 10 guns. It is carrying 6 right now.
Oh look, they have some swivel guns on deck.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
How did I miss those?
All right, cannon.
It was probably all of the rigging that was in the way that I had to cut down.
It's a square ship. It's 2-masted. So it's a bit faster than your schooner, I believe. So
I don't know. For some reason,
I've got an idea.
okay.
Yeah.
I've got lots of ideas right now. I thought it when I went to piss off the side of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
We could try and find this guy's personal belongings and see if he's got all of his information written down, because I'm sure he can't keep it all in his head, because you know he didn't seem that intelligent.
That's part of the booty that we're gonna.
I mean, we're taking it all back to the island right now, and we're going to interrogate this crew and ask them where we are and what's going on here. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of backstory reveals. Look, Stone, you have a choice to make. Which ship you want to be the captain of? Then the other ship will follow that ship.
We should just get the crew, whatever crew there is. We could even just drag the ship behind, can't we? That's a thing that can happen, can't it? You can tow a ship.
Yeah, you can tow a ship, but it makes the first ship much slower.
Yeah, but we
should just sail two ships side by side, you know.
But the thing is that the schooner's like faster than the ship because it's smaller and more agile.
Actually, that
one has this ship that we're standing on has 2 masts, so it's actually slightly faster.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's in the actual book, the brig is a little faster.
We could try and sell that ship. We might not get much for it.
But let's take it back so that we can learn all sorts of things from this ship. What's the name of the ship, random crew members now? I hope it's not something stupid.
Yeah, it's called the Fish and Chicks.
Yep, the Fish
and Chips. Fish and Chips.
Chicks. Like
this is the point where I desperately wish I had sarcasm.
Fish and Chips.
Chicks.
Chicks,
yeah.
What, as in like tens?
As in like baby chickens. Because, you know, where we got our start
we don't
selling
need an explanation.
fish and chickens.
We really don't need it. Please don't.
So we called it Fish and Chicks.
Awesome. All right, we're sailing home now.
Is the thing at the front? Is it like a horrible like combination of a chicken and a fish?
So this ship. There's like a log of it's being built and stuff like that. Most ship will have that. It was built in Avalon, which is the same place that to be built from, which is your empire basically, like the Emerald Isles. So it gets 2 bonus dice for the same thing. So 2 bonus dice for speed and maneuverability.
Who named the ship?
Oh, it was a collective idea. We couldn't come up with a name,
God.
So then we just looked around.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
I thought the ships from the Emerald Isle were supposed to be actually slower and just hardier.
No, Avalon is.
I'm off the screen. I've just realised. Sorry, I don't know how long I've been off the screen for.
What do you mean?
It's been forehead stream for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I'm looking at the origins. So now we're looking at the background.
Because I remember talking with Wreckage about how Thrin was supposed to be the place where you get your fast ships and your custom made.
Look, man, I'm just going in this stuff here. So like, if you want to.
No, I'm just trying to like. See
I mean, we can.
That's what you're basing on.
If you want, we can make a set of origin for each of the place. Like we can just decide if a ship is built in this place, what does it have? Yeah. Okay, and we can do that. I just have to make another ship thing for it, and we can, do whatever at that point. So let's see here. Let's see, ship backgrounds. Okay. No backgrounds. It's no backgrounds because a lot of these are like heroic as fuck. So like, not really. So this crew, where does it say how much cargo they have? Okay, crew. Yep. So this one here has a cargo of 3, and it has additional space for crew, basically. So this is a lazy man ship, essentially. Instead of 10, this has space for 20 total. But it only requires 10 to man. So they normally do 10 and 10. But they also have gun crew, which is
How many
5
did we
people.
kill?
You have a total of... there is a total of 16 left out of 20.
Right. So the rest of it, well, the other crew could, our main crew could stay on the smaller ship for the time being.
That was.
And then the three of us can stay on this ship and just bump up
that
the
leaves no
the numbers.
captain on the other ship.
So here's the thing, like NPCs, like actual NPCs, not brutes, don't make up the crew slots. The crew is just literally power of random brutes that you can throw at people. So, in a fight, this ship has 10. The Skimming Stone has 10. And the Fish and Chicks has 20. Right. So that's basically all that means. So you can't it's not like it's understaffed by doing it, right? It just means that that's how it goes. So in order for you guys to make up, you're gonna have to sell. In order to pay the new start crew that you have, you're gonna have to pay these guys and your other crew at the end of the session, with goods that you got.
Right, but we have the goods that are in the ship.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is laden with cargo. So there's 3 of 3.
How much goods? So 3 of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And how much do we need to pay them?
You need half. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
if we sail all the way home before the end of the session and unload everything, do we still have to pay them?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's start sailing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we want to head to the town, don't we?
No, that's a terrible idea. I will tell you 2 reasons why. The first reason is that obviously we were told it was terrible there, and we know nothing about it. We sail back because it's near the end of the session. We go pick up Eric so that we don't have to leave Eric, son of Eric.
I mean, Eric would technically still be here. Like, we can just say he was with you guys, but
he's been pooping off the back of the ship. Anyway,
basically, yeah.
Well, the thing is, can't we just sell the supplies we've got?
I mean,
and then split the money between everyone. So
this is all like, if I had to describe the goods, they would be like exotic goods, right? You don't know where they're like. This guy's filled them. Actually, you know what? If you ask what this place is,
what is this place?
It's Perezia, which is the Spanish equivalent of this place.
All right.
And so the goods you have on this ship are actually probably worth less in this place because that's where you bought them from. We're talking like scents, oils, wines, probably like gold-laden stuff, like ornate stuff, not like...
How much do we have to pay him?
Half.
So what?
So we could give him half and then take the other half elsewhere and try and sell it elsewhere because we now have a point.
So you would have 1 cargo left over at the end of this, basically.
We have to pay them 2?
Yeah, because you would basically put... if you like, there's 2 crews that you're manning in this ship, right? You got the first one, which is 0 of 2, and this one, which is 3 of 3. So if
okay, I understand.
You know what I mean? So you'd put 1 in the other ship, and then 1 in this ship, so you'd have 1 left over, basically.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I really feel like we should be sailing home.
But it's up to you. I mean, like, so Booker will tell you that he's mapped out all the way up to Chani. Which is the one of the major northeasterly ports of Perezia. So you guys have an idea of where you're going, if you wanted to do that. I will show you everyone right now what that looks like. So, this is basically what you guys have uncovered. So.
All right, look, we sail home. we find a doctor because I've been stabbed several times.
Oh, that's
in
the thing.
unpleasant places.
Remember last time when you don't have men and women of exceptional talent at your base, so you don't have a doctor back home.
Well, that sucks really bad. But also, we need to interrogate the shit out of these people.
Isn't Eric
Do we?
the doctor?
To a degree, yeah. I don't remember what that actually means for him, though. So,
Do we need to? Why do we need to interrogate them?
Well, I'm assuming that as sailors, they probably have some really good charts that might open up this area and give us more map reveals and stuff.
yeah, I mean, you would just essentially have to show them the value of living with you on this island, and if you can do that, that would probably give you the information. They probably won't need to
Hey
be
guys,
an interrogation.
listen, I want to gather the crew around and talk to you about this great opportunity I call privateering.
I like the idea that they're all like tied together, like in a circle or something like that, like around the mast or something. Yeah. And you're
Now
just like
look.
walking around with the sword or something like that. Yeah.
These here guys, Bjorn and Stone, they're real good men. And they work for a man called Eric, son of Eric, with an organization called the Sons of Eric. I would like to offer you a ground floor opportunity to get in on this business. You're like sailing folk, right? You like going around and transporting things, but you've got some pretty nice cannons here. And I was thinking that maybe you'd like to spend your time for the rest of your life finding people who have expensive stuff and do illegal things, and then taking their stuff and being super rich. What do you say?
So, like, they all like lean their heads back and they're just like, "Did he say that we wouldn't be doing illegal things?" It's like, yeah, I think that's what. Like, one guy sticks his head forward. He's like, "Just to clarify, Mr. Swordman,
Name's Rapier.
you're named
Rapier
after
Lawrence. You can call me the Hungry Wolf.
you're named after an animal and a sword." Okay, I got it.
My nickname is the Hungry Wolf that I just came up with when I was stabbing Penelope to death.
Hang on,
Rapier
Penelope.
is my name.
hang on, hang on,
Hungry like
hang on. You're not supposed to give yourself a fucking nickname. It's supposed to be other people that give you nicknames.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I'm sorry I didn't fuck shit.
Yeah, Arthur.
Yeah.
So you say that, and your tongue cuts, and your mouth fills with blood.
This is terrible.
Like, you try and talk, but your mouth keeps filling up with the blood, and you keep spitting it out.
I'm going to spit blood at Stone and be like, this is your fault.
And it will continue to bleed until you deal with it, essentially. And
Dramatic tongue wound.
well, no, it's not a dramatic wound. Essentially, you will need to have stitches on your tongue. It's not a dramatic wound though, and you won't pass out from blood loss. But your mouth fills with blood constantly, so it's going to be very hard for you to talk until you deal with this.
Your
which is-
nickname is Bloody Mouth.
I'm going to motion for Bjorn to help me deal with the cut tongue. And then I'm going to grab a chalkboard and continue my pitch for how they should be joining me while I'm sitting on top of a box spitting blood out every few minutes.
Okay. But what
Have
is...
you considered the word of our Lord and Savior, Eric, son of Eric?
So he would just lean forward and say, "Just to clarify, Bloodmouth and co."
My name is not Bloodmouth, Fuckstone.
It's Bloody Mouth. It's Bloody Mouth.
Rapier.
Rapier Bloody
Bloody
Mouth.
Mouth.
Oh, okay. Just to clarify real quickly,
Do you value your life?
very much so. But I need
My name is Rapier.
Okay. Just to clarify, just so that we're all on the same page, because there's gonna be questions. You said that what we would be doing is not illegal. How is it not illegal?
Privateering is where you find people like that dumbass client. Right.
They're just all
Who tried to kill
patiently
us.
waiting.
And take his
What?
stuff.
What's he saying? I don't know what he's saying.
Oh, he says that.
Fuck you, Stone.
He says, "Fuck you, Stone." Now, but previously it said,
Oh.
it's what the man paid us to do, but different.
Oh.
And then another guy speaks up. He's like,
Why does he want to?
actually, I thought that you needed to be a part of a government to be privateering.
That's correct. We're earning a reputation to become privateers. However, defending yourself from pirates is totally legal. BT dubs, until you accepted joining our crew, you were also pirates. Because you tried to kill us.
So he was like, so we need to find pirates, and then we need to convince them to fight us so that we can protect ourselves and then beat them and take their stuff.
Yes, it worked out pretty well for us. I mean, that literally just happened several minutes ago. It really can't be that hard.
And he's like,
and it's totally legal! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation.
Agree to disagree. But yeah, they will talk amongst themselves for a little bit of time and sort of agree to that. Now, did you guys want to make your way home?
Yes, I do. I vote yes.
Yeah. And I approach Rapier with a fish hook and some line to try and...
Wine? This is be rum, isn't it?
Well, he needs to be sewn.
It's a line.
And I'm willing to spend a hero point to use Handy to make sure that it works.
What is read out Handy for us?
Handy's repairing things, not
I'm repairing
things.
his tongue.
Okay, sure.
Read it out for me.
No.
Read it out for me.
Spend a hero point to repair a broken item, rig a damaged gun, patch a leaky ship, or perform similar miracles, causing the object to function normally for the rest of the scene.
I don't think your tongue's an object, but hey.
I would agree with James on that. This is part of the curse. So you would need to do a pretty good job to stop the bleeding from happening. I would say that no, but do you have medicine?
Nope.
Okay. So, I mean you can...
I'm fine with him not talking. I was just going to spend a hero point on something. So.
Okay. Now, your other option is to go into Charney and look for a doctor to suture it up.
Nah.
Okay, cool. So, I just want to make sure I understand Eugene's character here real quick. Medicine. There is no medicine role in this game.
It's probably scholarship, surely, would be what it would probably fall under. It'd be a scholarship, wouldn't it?
Actually, no, I think it's a trait or something like that. A miracle worker. Hero point plus raise to heal dramatic wound. Okay. Yeah, I would accept Eric, son of Eric, spending a hero point to heal your wounded tongue, Arthur.
Okay.
But I don't think I'll accept anyone else doing it. Can
we say that Eric, son of Eric, does such a thing?
Sure, next session, absolutely.
Damn it! I wanted to do it this session with this hero point.
He doesn't have a hero point. He's not here. So.
Damn it!
Damn it!
He
Curse
had
you!
Ones from last.
Yeah, they disappear unless you're playing. So,
curses.
So, what would you like to do? Would you like to? So, you see the map. How would you like to progress? Would you like to just go as the crows flies back home, or do you want to progress?
Crow flies right there.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, why don't we get some sailing rolls then? See how long this takes. So, I'm going to. So, give me an idea who's crewing what ship. So, is someone leading the ship and then another person crewing another ship? Because if that's the case, we're going to need 2 sailing rolls.
We can't just have the second ship follow the first ship closely.
Yeah, but it does require sailing to make a thing move. And
I'm stuck repairing the shitty boat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're on the other ship. You can use your repair. So spend a hero point to repair that if you want, because you have the ability to do such a thing.
Well, I mean, I was doing it on the way here, passively.
I know, but this has a giant hole in it now.
Yeah, we took battle damage.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so yeah.
Just remember, Handy's more like you doing it while combat's going on, where because it sort of says where
for that scene.
by the time you've stopped, once.
Yeah, so it's also worth pointing out. Anyone who's taken wounds, you can take them away now because you would be traveling enough time to heal them. And if it takes more than a week to get back, you can heal a dramatic wound if you want.
What's the food supply on this?
I mean, that ship has people stealing food, so you probably don't have a lot of rations left. Or eating more than their fair share, I guess, would be the correct term.
All right. Well, I'm going to go... I'm going to leave someone else in charge of this ship because I'm going to go on the schooner and basically stop people from eating more than their fair share.
So who's leading what? Is Fish and Chicks leading, or what's the deal there?
It sounds like Fish and Chicks is leading.
Okay. All right. So who's going to be making the sailing rolls on Fish and Chicks?
It sounds like I'm the only one left on Fish and Chicks.
Okay.
Right? You, Stone, and Bjorn are both on the other ship.
So what you could do,
crisis and repairs.
Yeah. So what you could do if you wanted to is you could have okay. So what is your sailing skill, Rapier?
0.
Okay. So you'd be making a wits roll, which is 2 dice for you.
Great. I am terrible at this.
Could Bubbles not do it?
He doesn't have a stat sheet. But I guess technically yes, he would. So he would give.
He's an old salty dog, I imagine.
I'll tell you what. With his help, in this instance, he would be. The way that help works in this game, I think, is you have to spend a hero point to do that. But I would say he has 1 hero point, so 1 roll can be 3. And then the other one would be he gives you a +1. So technically you would be rolling for the first roll, Arthur, it would be bonus dice for you using sailing for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
No re-roll. It would be wits, so you'd be rolling 3 dice, and then on top of that you can roll an extra 3 dice for Bubbles helping you. So you need to just make 10 from that.
I got that a couple times over.
Oh, God.
Okay, so you got
3.
3? All right, so you can move 6 spaces. And we're going to need one from, I guess, James in the other one. You need to keep up with, the Fish and Chicks. So if it goes slower, then you need to keep up with it. So, okay. That looks like 4 and 4 is 8. Wow, you got less than AP did. All right, so the
I have Bubbles helping me.
Yeah. So the lowest it will go, the lowest of the 2 is how many spaces you guys will move as a group, right? That's how we'll do it because it's just easier that way.
Yep.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fix the ship.
Yeah. So 7 and 3 is 10. 4 and 5 is 10, I guess. So 2. So you guys can move 4 spaces. That's not bad, I guess. Oh, no. Going to move.
Can I also
Mm-hmm.
gather the crew of the small ship and ask them to eat only their fair share of food and not be because we need to have the food to survive to get all the way back to the island, and then they can have as much food as they bloody well like.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to make a roll for that. They just kind of all solemnly nod and agree that they will keep an eye out for the man who's stealing food. All right. Okay. Let's get another roll from both of you. So AP, your roll this time will be you can just
no
add
bonus die.
You can just keep the bonus die there because Bubbles is giving you 1 dice. So
Am I adding 2 dice because of the speed?
Oh yeah. So both of you would be adding 2 extra dice to this. So Arthur, just set your sailing to 3 for now. At the end of the session, do it.
Oh my God!
So roll
By the
2 more
way-
dice for me, please, Arthur. 2d10.
10. 9 plus 1 is 10.
I have 2.
8 plus 5
Oh no,
is
technically you'd
10.
have 3. You'd have 3
8
raises.
plus 7.
So you can only move 3.
Oh right, I have a 1, 2. No, I only have 2 dice here. Two 10s.
2 10s and a 7, and then a 17.
I have 2 5s.
So
8,
you'd be
9,
at
and a
27 plus 7 would put you at 34.
7.
Because you got the bonus die at the top there.
Okay.
So you got 3. So
2.
you can only move 3, James. Don't worry about counting too much.
Okay.
Why can't I select this? Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Sailing is fun. Okay.
Are we there yet?
Not yet, mate. Alright. Let's see what that is.
Prylord, do you have sailing?
1 in sailing.
All right.
Okay. Would it not make sense for you to jump over to the other ship and sail it?
Before that happens, I need all 3 of you to make a let's see here. Resolve either athletics or sailing.
I will try athletics. What's the trait that goes with it?
Hang on.
Resolve, Alex. Resolve. Yeah.
Resolve.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ignore that roll. Ignore that roll.
Resolve athletics. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3.
3.
2 plus 9. 1. 8 plus 4 is 1. 8 plus 8 is 1. 3 success. 3 raises.
Okay. So how many do you get, Prilo? 3?
4.
4. How many do you get, Arthur?
3.
3. Okay. So it's late at night. The waves are starting to pick up, and a giant swell will hit both decks at the same time. How many people you guys manage to how many raises you have? That's how many people on the deck that you can save from going overboard. And the rest of them will go in the drink from the wave knocking them out. So you guys can then spend we'll be doing a risk to try and save people basically after this to save them, and any you don't save in that next risk will basically drown. So basically the way that it works is half a crew mans during the day and half a crew mans during the night. So on each of the ships, let's take a look here. The skimming stone will have a total of 5 people on deck. I think both you and Stone managed to save all 5 people. No problems with your raises right now. And the fish and chicks, however, since it's only AP, he will get there is a total of 16, so what's half of 16?
Can I do something? Can we do, how many raises do we have left, Prydor?
How many did you have?
I had
I
3.
had 4. All right. So
That's
we have
7.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 2 spare. Well, we're behind the bigger ship, so can we not fish them out of the water as we go past?
Well, that's what this next raise will be. There's going to be another risk for that.
Okay.
This is just a single risk right now. So Arthur, how many did you get?
3.
Okay, so there's 7 people on board right now during the night shift.
All right. So 4 go over.
4 go over, yeah. So now we're going to be rolling a risk. So the consequences for this is because it's nighttime, they're going to be hard to find. So by the time we get down to 1, raise, people are going to be gone. Like, you won't be able to find them anymore, right, in the night, and then you consider them perished or whatever, right? So in order to save them, you need to spend 1 risk to save 1 person, or 1 raise to save 1 person. And you can collectively go amongst yourselves and decide who's going to be the 1 person that makes this roll. Now, you can spend hero points to give that person 3 additional things, and yeah, I guess that's all that happens there. So who would like to make the roll? One of the risks that you can buy off, one of the opportunities you can buy off, is to illuminate the ship with lanterns, so that they're easier to spot. And that'll make it so that you can spend your last risk raise to find that person. So at 0, basically it'll move the clock from 1 to 0, basically. So who would like to make that risk roll?
What's how would you go about doing this?
Well, you tell me your approach on how you go about finding them, and then we roll it. So you can decide amongst yourselves. Keep in mind that if you're not making the roll, you can spend a hero point to assist that person by giving them 3 extra.
Yeah,
rolls.
I'm out of hero points. It sounds like it'll probably be noticed, which I'm terrible at.
I would also accept sailing something as well.
I was going to say sailing.
I've got
Sailing,
that.
you would know to throw lines out and try to grab people with the lines and stuff.
So it is nighttime. The inscription carved into a wedding band. If you make the risk that relies heavily on your keen vision, you gain 1 bonus die. Okay, sure. So it sounds like Stone is going to be the one making the roll then.
And only one of us can assist him, right? Oh, you don't have a hero point, so I will.
Yeah.
I will spend my last
Hero point?
on
Okay,
that.
so you...
Can I also spend a hero point on myself?
You can, yes.
Then I am.
All right, so it sounds like you're going to be rolling +3 and then 2 extra dice. And this is going to be a notice roll if you want to use Eagle Eyes, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that it's going to work is it's going to be since you're ordering your crew to do this, since you're the one looking, it will be panache and notice.
Yep.
So,
Get an extra dice because I've not rolled this before.
Yep, that's fine. So you get the
I
bonus
also get
dice.
an extra. I also get a bonus dice because of thingy. Oh, because of Eagle Eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also get an additional 3 dice because of 4 dice because of whatever.
So you're rolling panache and notice. So
Yeah.
instead of rolling it
So I'm
all
just-
out separately, so what we can do, you can just go X.
I put my notice up to
D10.
4. I put my notice up to 3. So I'm going to roll for notice. It will
No, put
include
it
the
back
extra
down.
die.
We'll just roll dice normally, right? So because there's a lot of dice going into this. So you had 2 dice. So you're rolling 4 dice from that. You get a bonus die for it because it's your first time acting.
Yep.
You get 3 additional dice for getting a hero point spent. You're spending another hero point on yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's 1 extra, and then you get an extra bonus 1 for Eagle Eyes. So you're rolling 9d10 right now.
I'm currently rolling 5.
9d10.
Yeah.
We
5.
care about our crew.
Yeah.
Damn it.
9d10. So
So I just need to roll a d4 on top of this, don't I?
no. Just roll 9d10. So you need to.
Oh, okay. Fuck's sake.
Okay, so you got 45. So you got 4 raises. So you can. So here's the thing, right? You can save 3 people before one of them disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like, because the way that's going to work is if you spend 1 raise to illuminate the lamps so that you can see them better, then you only have 3 raises left to capture them, right? So
Okay.
So you can one person unfortunately will die from this encounter. This wave knocking them off.
Well, he won't die. He'll just wash up on shore.
Well, you say that, but he's not a player character, so
He's just going to end up with a curse.
probably, maybe, we'll see. So he gets knocked. So basically, the giant wave happens. 4 people go flying off of the fish and chicks. And
So you want to say fish and chips as well now, don't you?
shut up. I don't. I really don't. And 4 people go on the drink. You maneuver the skipping stone to pick up 3 of them, and then you drag them on board. And one of them's like, "Where's Barry?" And then you hear Barry going, "Ah," in the darkness, and that's it. That's all you hear of him. So. We will remove 1 from the total of the crew. Which crew did you want to take him from? The gun crew or the other crew?
I'd say if it was on the deck, it'd be not a part of the gun crew.
Well, I mean, during the night, you might have whatever. So, yeah. Okay. You are down to 15. Okay, cool. Let's get some sailing happening.
I'm going to spend my last hero point on Rapier and just give him a basic telling of how to sail.
All right.
How it works.
So I get 3 more dice.
Yeah, so just 3 more dice. So you're rolling. You're rolling 5 dice. You might as well just roll.
Do
5
I still
to 10.
have Bubbles helping me out here?
No, it's either one or the other. So you'd be either rolling 3 dice or 5 dice.
And I actually get +1 on risk rolls because I'm dramatically wounded, right?
Yeah, I guess that works.
How many dramatic wounds have you got?
2.
Oh,
okay,
right.
yeah, you'll get that. You'll get that, but you also get, if there's a bad guy, they'll get
+2. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so I have 6 dice then.
No, you have. Oh, yeah, 6. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where's the wound page on this?
Oops, I might have rolled that wrong. Nope, that's 6.
I don't know if it's in the GM screen. Do you want me to have a look in the GM
1, 2.
screen?
That's including your wits roll, by the way. So you. Have
My bad. Well, then just take the 6 in sailing.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
3. Oh, yeah, where's the wounds in this one? I know it's they don't really have a thing for it, so I know there's somewhere in here.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think I'm slowly getting ill.
Yeah, I know. I hate that feeling, right? And he's just like, well, I'm going to die. I might as well. All right, so, all right, let's get another sailing roll from you, James. Oof, that is a garbage roll, my man.
9 plus 2.
So you might
10.
even
9 plus 2 is 10. 8 plus 2 is 10. 3 successes.
3.
Or
So
3.
you're the same. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Ooh. So yeah, you guys are, going through the night once more, and it's a pretty calm night tonight. So I assume that we get all you guys doing your stuff. Who would be working the night shift out of all of you?
Oh, Rapier sleeping, so.
No? Okay. What about you, James Prowler?
I'm hard at work, keeping that crappy boat we have afloat, so.
Mm-hmm. What about you, James? Would you be sleeping or would you be staying up at nighttime?
I guess I'll stay up.
Yeah? Okay. So every single crew member outside of the player characters drops asleep. Just like a bunch of you just fall asleep all at the same time. You guys all feel sleepy as well, but you don't actually fall asleep, and you hear a distinct song being played, sung, I guess, over the waves.
What does it sound like?
Well, if you are to believe the law...
Could you sing it for me?
No. If you were to believe the law, it would sound very similar to a siren song.
Oh, I'm going to put some cotton wool in my ear because that's the only way you can deal with it.
I would say that you would have cotton wool.
All right. If I don't have cotton wool, I'll just rip some cloth off and poke them in my ears.
Sure, fair. I'll take that.
And I'll go get some carrots from the supply. I don't know. I don't know what they have. Something to stick in everyone else's ears to try and wake them up.
You try and wake them up, but they can't be woken. But I can honestly say right now that you don't need to worry about it too much because morning comes and they wake up late in the morning.
Okay, I'm going to call them all lazy sods. You bunch of lazy sods, you all fell asleep on your shift. We're going to... what do we do?
Keep on sailing.
Yeah, keep on. Let's get this double shift.
You need to get back.
You've all fucking slept, so you yeah. I guess you can. Oh god, how are we going to do this? Fuck me, I don't know how we're going to do this, but yeah, sure. We'll just be delayed by a day or two.
I mean,
has anyone found the greedy bastard yet?
Well, I mean, like, not really. No one's really fessing up to it. It's more like flavor on the ocean more than anything, guys. So, like, yeah, that's really all that means.
So basically, we need to get over 2 successes, 2 advantages to not get these to trigger, I think.
Maybe.
All right. So we do another sailing roll.
Yes, please. Let's sail. Ooh.
I still rolled too many dice. My
yeah,
bad.
so we'll count the first
6, right? Yeah, I got 3 again.
No, you would only count the first 3. So we'll count the first 3 of your roll. So.
Oh, okay. I got
because Bubbles is helping you, and you have 2
1.
for your wits. So yeah. So you got 1.
4.
All right. So you move 2 spaces today. Extra slow, which makes sense. Given your circumstances.
I'm going to tell Bjorn to just go take over the other ship because you have some idea of how to sail a ship.
Well, I mean, that would take time if you want to do that. You spend the rest of the day doing that.
But what about the state of the ship?
I can do it. I can do it. I know how to repair a fucking ship if it comes to it.
But
I'm sure 4 bloody days of like at sea. I'm sure you can like. I don't know. We need to speed up because the longer we take, the less chance we get. Yeah, I want to go to sleep basically.
Well, all right then.
Okay. So that's so yeah. I guess Rapier, you're joined by Bjorn, and Bubbles would swap ship as well. So let's make that sailing roll.
I guess Bjorn's making the roll now.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Wits and
sailing. And if this is your first time making it, you can get a bonus die. So.
Oh boy!
But before that happens, let's see. Okay, now you're good.
All right. So
3
extra die, wits. Do I
And
get
sailing.
a bonus die on that?
Yeah, that's the bonus die.
Yeah, but I don't get an extra.
I get 3.
A reroll, do I?
What's your sailing score?
1.
Then no.
No.
Yeah.
All right. That's 1, 2. So you guys move 4 spaces.
Whose idea was it to split this crew into 2 ships?
I mean, you guys were fully capable on one ship, but you're understaffed on 2 ships basically. So that's what's happening. That's why progress is slow. But it makes sense. All right. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Stone, you're in the crow's nest doing your thing with your spyglass, and off in the distance, you notice a water spout. Like, and the moment you start calling out danger to everyone else is the moment that we need a finesse athletics roll from everyone, please.
Is there any chance we can save that for next session? We're like right at midnight here.
We're real close. We're real close. So
okay.
Let's just
a finesse athletics roll.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight. It's 5 fucking o'clock in the morning here.
6 a.m. here. Come on, button up your pants.
Yeah, but you've had a nice little nap.
Bitch, please. All right. Okay.
2.
Okay. So we got athletics. So how many dice do you have there, Arthur? You have
4.
1, 4.
My 9 becomes a 10, and then I've got 3 more.
All right. So the day crew, they all have to make rolls with your help, saving them from being injured, not dead, injured, when a rain of jellyfish falls from the sky from the water spout. Landing on the deck and stinging anyone that they can. Oh
no, this is not a good sign. Oh no.
Yeah, so you guys, dodging fucking jellyfish. Like these are probably like normal sized jellyfish too, but they just have like really long tentacles. So getting stung will mean that these guys are wounded. And
remember, if you get stung by them, piss on the wound. It helps allegedly.
I like the idea that there's just a line of pirates sitting on the deck, and there's a guy just walking along pissing on the. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, shit. All right, so how many did you two get together, Stone and Prylor? Oh no, Prylor, you're on the other ship, right? So you got 3? No, 2.
2.
And with 4, so 6. Yeah, okay. So that boat that you're on, the Fish and Chicks, has a day crew of 12. So half of them are injured, meaning that the crew is half injured, meaning that you're going to take -2 dice on that because you're understaffed. And how many did Stone get?
I got 2 raises, yeah.
So out of 3, so 3 people are injured on your ship. Out of 5, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so basically both of you make sailing rolls with a -2, and we'll see how far you get. Almost there, gents. Come on. It's right there. It's right there. You got this. Go, right, son.
So
go.
I'm doing another sailing roll.
Yeah.
Sailing wits with 3 die. 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, that's 1, actually, isn't it?
Why's that?
No, ignore the reroll.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't split the 4, right?
No, you can't split the 4. He's splitting the floor.
That's what I was saying.
So 7. So
2 raises.
You were not counting the reroll?
No.
Okay, so 2 raises. All right, so 1.
Oh, no, I should get it right. Yeah, ignore that. I've got 3 in it, so ignore that. Yeah, I do get the reroll.
All right,
so yeah, still 2 raises.
Mm-hmm. So we still move 1, unfortunately, or 2 spaces. Yep.
Did anyone else actually take sailing?
Nope.
You do understand that this game's called 7th Sea, and the game's based around seaness, yeah? Being sailors of some sort?
Okay. yeah, is so someone's checking the cargo during the night. Probably one of you, whoever's obsessed with gold, probably Rapier, most likely.
Obsessed with gold?
Yeah, and you're doing you like money,
Sure.
right? So
Inventory. Let's call it inventory.
inventory, yeah, and you're doing the rubbing the the gold automated stuff, and the gold rubs off. But as a man who understands selling things, inventory, you notice that it is in fact highly prized emerald underneath it. Instead, it's like they're trying to dress it up. So basically, it's just flavor. It literally is the cargo changes, but it's still equal value. So flavor.
All right, well, that's confusing, but I've seen weirder things. I saw a man pop out of a barrel with 4 swords. So.
Stranger things have happened at sea.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we are at sea.
All right. Come on, boys. You just need 2 raises between the 2 of you. You can do this. You can do this.
Can we?
Let's see. Stone, how many did you get? Oh, that's at least 2.
1.
And
3.
you got 1. All right. 1, 2. My God, boys. That means
Look, it's not my fault that no one put any points into sailing.
all right. Okay.
Right, because we're so close, I'm going to drop anchor, and I'm going to call over to get attention of Prylor, and I'm going to drop anchor, get him to swing back round, pick me up, pick up the rest of the fucking crew, and then we're just going to take 1 ship and then come back for this later.
You're like 1 away, man. It's fine.
Yeah, let's finish this up.
So basically, what happens? Hold up. All right. Samuel Stone, you're on the deck walking about when a bird flies past and shits on you. Anything
That's good luck.
You say that, but then 4 more birds fly past and shit on you as well.
That's really good luck.
Oh, look, there's 20 seagulls on the horizon. What do you do?
We're close to land, so yeah, of course there's seagulls.
20 seagulls fly by and dive bomb you with shit.
What direction are they flying in?
It doesn't
Are they
matter.
flying towards the land?
It's just flavor. You just get covered in bird shit.
Are they flying towards the land?
Yep.
Okay, we'll follow them.
I mean, you can literally see the island from here.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, you just covered in bird shit. All right, let's get another sailing.
That's all right.
Guy. Oh, what? By the hair of your chinny chin chin. All right, yeah, you guys make it. Congratulations, you're back home. And you guys are greeted to, I guess, a much more fortified version of the island that you were in. So how many rolls did you guys make there? 2,
A lot.
3, 4.
I can't. Don't ask me.
5, 6. You made 6. So anyone who has a dramatic wound, you can heal that. Heal one of them due to time being taken to move about. And that's a session, ladies and gentlemen. So who did their stories today?
I acquired wealth.
Yeah, you did acquire wealth. You managed to make it back to this island. Now, if you hadn't made it back to this island with the wealth, you would have had to pay twice as much. So yeah, you guys make it back with 1 point in the treasury. Oh. So now you have 2 total. So yes, you can improve your story.
I think I did at least the first step in my story.
Which is what?
Hang on.
Your first step was to
find the island. To find the island from where we teleported from, and find the wreckage of the beach ship.
Well, you do have an idea of where you are in the world now.
Well, yeah, that was the first thing, wasn't it? To try and find where we are in the world. So we now have an idea.
I will give you 1 arc of your story. And what about you, Prowler?
Was there anything in the booty that was smithing related.
No, but I think if we
I
went
want
to that,
say no, because I did say there were exotic goods for sale.
I mean, if we went to that
one of my things was
city,
finding exotic metals, but
or exotic
know if it
metals.
was. Yeah.
if we went to that President city, we probably would have found like hundreds of rapier swords and stuff, and you could have had a look at everything there. Look at it all.
I tell you what, like, I'll give you one on your story, based on the fact that there's probably a merchant logbook of Penn and P in here that details, rare materials of some of the scripts.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Still with me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's do some shout outs. AP Gaming Real, what's going on with you?
I'm preparing to go to sleep, but after that I stream for the next few days.
I sleep.
Sleep stream. Sleep again. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I got going on.
All right, cool.
I'm glad that I could get stabbed a bunch this session.
And where can people find you?
Everywhere with AP Gaming Real that has a name in it.
Sweet.
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube.
Prylaw, where can people find your booty hole?
Here on Twitch as Pryler, and on Twitter, Pryler_TV. I play Paladins and play any game really that I want to, but
He's a
primarily
gaming
Paladins
whore.
right now. I am, and I also am on 3 other shows, possibly 4 other shows. I think it's going to be.
You sound well infused by that. Like you're really, really excited.
Oh yeah, I am excited. I am super excited.
What channels are they on?
So, Bacon 50, and I think Geek Fight Club, I think is where one of them is going to be.
Okay, cool.
I haven't worked out the details with that. So, yep.
Nice. And last but not least, we have Mr. James Corp himself, the corporation.
I'm tired. Hi, I'm really tired. Yeah, you can find me at James Corp, Twitch TV, however you put that around. I do European times, so I'm not up to stupid o'clock in the morning. Generally from about 7 or 8 p.m. onwards, and we do till about midnight UK times, which is currently BST, British Summer Time, which is GMT +1. Tomorrow we've got Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd edition that starts at 8 p.m, goes on till midnight. And then on Sunday we've got Deadlands Classic, which starts at 8 p.m. Not GMT, BST, and finishes at midnight. And then on Monday we've got Numenera, which starts at 7 p.m. BST and finishes at 11 p.m. BST. So even earlier. And then obviously tomorrow I'm on here after doing Warhammer.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the session. Big shout outs to the host, McLoken, Metamancer. There was a couple other ones. I'm really bad at this. Let me take a look at the list here. Kika. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot today, actually. But yeah, thank you very much, especially all the follows and stuff like that. And yeah, tomorrow we will be doing a sponsored stream for Fort Triumph, which is a game that's going to come out later on this month, which is like an XCOM, like a fantasy XCOM game, which looks kind of cool. I don't know anything about it other than I need to play it.
Yeah, fantasy XCOM sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, like knights and shit. And
Knights and shit. So bits of shit.
That's it. Yeah.
Just out. Yeah.
And tomorrow we have Die Party Surge, which is our Shadowrun Anarchy role-playing experience. On top of that, we're also starting a Deadlands game pretty soon. So Deadlands Reloaded, not classic. So the better version. Anyways, guys, trigger me timbers. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. If you did, A follow would be appreciated, and if you're feeling saucy, why not subscribe? And
worst
get
version.
access to the cockpit and the best of merch on Twitch. Anyways, guys, we out of here. These people are falling asleep on me, so I'm going to go. Have a good one. Bye-bye.